A Court of Fairies and Fiction. Akafath Girls Podcast. Hosts Mel, Liv, Aka, and Lily. A bookish theory and discussion podcast for the Akatar, Crescent City, and Tug series, as well as our Fable Book Club reads.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Guess what today is? Our first episode of season 4.
Woo woo! Season 4.
Season 4. Olivia, do you recognize anything?
The shirt, Jelly Jubilee.
The
Hello.
shirt. We're bringing it back.
Yes.
Throwback Thursday on a almost Sunday.
I know.
Throwback Saturday. Guys, our Ho-Fast Hot Takes episode was 2 years ago.
I know.
2.
Do you believe
years
that? That's wild.
That is crazy. I had just gotten my perm. Ho-Fast had just been leaked. We were like, holy shit, we gotta do an episode. Back when it was the OGs. Look, the OGs are here again.
I know.
First one on the Zoom tonight.
We've got like a rotating roster that's coming on, right?
Right.
Maddie, Eka, me.
You know, it's crazy.
We're all
I'm
just
like,
doing our
just
best.
circling back. Circling all the way back.
Oh, it all comes full circle. I love it.
My gosh, I did a list today because I wanted to kind of be more prepared, sort of, this episode. And I was like, I gotta make an agenda. And I've taken so many screenshots over the last week or whatever of stuff to talk about. Because I'm like, oh my God, I feel like we've been through every single theory at this point. Before Akatar 6.
There is not a single theory
well
that can possibly be theorized that we have not talked about. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't say not a single theory. I have a couple.
Oh, no.
I have a couple. No, I actually have a really good one.
No more theories.
But I'm going to wait because it's a really good one. So anyways, welcome everybody. To start, so I took this screenshot of something that somebody posted on Facebook, and I didn't catch this in the interview. Like I did, but then like after she said the next thing, I like quickly forgot about it.
Okay.
So I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, the tea. Okay. So this is the direct quote. She said, so Sarah said, there was something recently where it lined up, like I had my subconscious or something human-wide psychic type thing I had tapped into. It was there and I jumped out of my seat and shut my computer and I was like, no, we're done here. We're done. This is too perfect.
Wait. What does that mean? Like that she's gonna go ruin it?
It means that basically she found her own Easter eggs of something that she originally wasn't like thinking of doing Easter eggs for. Yeah. And then she figured out that it was perfect Easter eggs for something amazing that she wrote.
What and what makes you feel like it's that?
Maybe it's the Reese's sister thing?
Well, wait, but what makes you think it's like an Easter egg thing, though? What makes you think it's not like an ending?
Because she said that like it was her subconscious or whatever, and then something just lined up perfectly.
I like it.
What do you think that could be? Like out of all of our theories, I feel like it has to be one of them.
Oh my God. I'm like, you're asking me to pick out like 100 theories that we've said over the span of like 2.5 years. There's no way I could possibly theorize on that. For people listening, I have just become, I'm like, I can't even theorize anymore.
There's like nothing else.
There's like literally like not a single damn thing that we haven't fucking talked about.
Like 2.5 years, like 3 seasons.
I know. There's like we have discussed
Like 97 episodes, I think. 98 now, I think. Oh my God.
98 episodes. I didn't know that.
2 more.
98. We're at 98 or two more
We
will
were
be
at
98.
97 last week, so after I just posted the one that was up last week. So 3
Oh my
more.
God. And not only is it 97, it's like 97 long ass
episode.
4 hours. I don't know how y'all aren't sick of us because they're like 4-hour episodes. They're not the tiny like 1 hour and a half like Sarah J. Maas does, like.
Let me tell you, we have gained like 6 followers this month.
Oh, I love it. Well, welcome.
Welcome to the chaos.
It is chaos.
It is crazy. But I was just thinking, like, what possibly could she have been? Because I know for some of the theories, you're like, oh, she wasn't thinking of that or whatever. So I was just like, what possibly could have been the thing that she wasn't originally planning that she was like, oh shit.
Like, I mean,
like
okay, if you Eric, I'm gonna flip the question to you because to me there's like
you know what I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna say? The Lauren sister thing?
The Lauren one, the Cormac one.
But do you really believe in the Lauren one? I don't know because you're pretty hooked on Briar.
I don't think that her and Tamlin were mates. I think she was kind of like his Jasminda and he thought that they were going to be mates.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think they were definitely lovers.
If I had to guess, I would say it's the Lauren thing. And like to me,
because if her previous writing and then she's writing and she's jumping out of her chair, like holy fuck. Like I'm just like, what?
But my only thing is that she was so against writing a Tamlin redemption arc that that would include Tamlin in a story.
So
like that would include him.
But again, literally every road leads back to Tamlin. He had the first book, dude. Like, it's crazy. Every single thing leads back to Tamlin.
I know it does. To me, it's like you can't.
She was fucking snowing us. I swear to God.
I'm not gonna. See, you're way more positive than me. I'm not gonna be positive. I'm not even gonna put my hopes in that basket because if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be devastated, and you can't come back from that. You know what I mean?
The only other basket I have is Cormac. So
I know you're like going hardcore. It could be Cormac because if she didn't see it coming, but like then in the interview and
I tagged her in so much shit.
Sarah J. Maas, you tag Sarah. I love it. She's probably like, who is this Melanie?
Dude, why did they ask, do you really think Cormac's dead?
We all know the reason they asked that question and who that stems from and who that started with because
now Sarah knows that people are asking. So
if anybody in this world gets credit for the Cormac stuff besides you, I'll riot. I will riot.
No, me too.
I will absolutely riot.
I have the dates and the times stamped.
Yeah, nobody on social media better be like sitting there like I came up with the Cormac theory because you did not. I can guarantee you.
You did not.
You did not.
I have been bothering her about this for 2 years and 4 months now.
Yeah. So if it was like
it was before Hofaz.
Yeah.
Right after we read CC2. So
girl, I've been listening to this Corsta theory for 2 years and it's been pissing me off for about 2 years. So
okay. Genuine question though. What are you gonna do if I'm right?
I'm gonna have a hissy fit. I'll absolutely lose it. I'm gonna be pissed. I'll be blowing up your phone. Like, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. But what are you gonna do if I'm right and Cassian doesn't die, Melanie?
I mean, that's a bigger statistic. So I'm expecting to be disappointed. But I'm just
Oh, are
saying
you
it doesn't make sense for him to stay alive with all the foreshadowing. It just wouldn't make
Wait a
fucking
second.
sense.
Is someone
It's like
backpedaling? Are you backpedaling?
no, I still think he's gonna die. I think he should die, and I think there's a lot of foreshadowing for it. But I'm preparing to be disappointed.
That's
I've been preparing to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But the other side of me is like, no, you're right. You know you're right.
That's my problem, right? Is it's like you have to prepare to be disappointed. I truly feel that's my mantra going into Akatar 6 and 7 is prepare to be disappointed. Because something's gonna happen and that we don't expect, and I think we're gonna be disappointed in one arena or another.
Okay, that leads into the next question then.
Yeah.
Which I'm also gonna ask the other girls. Okay. I saw Antoinette's video on TikTok earlier.
Okay, what'd she say?
So she was saying, like, okay, well, if Aka 6 is so short and Sarah's giving us the next 1,000-page book 3 months later, what is the cliffhanger?
Oh, see, she's doing the same thing.
Because she's like, it has to be so diabolical. She needed to give us the next book 3 months later.
Oh my God. See, even
so now I'm like,
disappointed.
Okay, is there gonna be like a Gabriel death where it's just like fucking for no reason, just emotional damage?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Dude,
it has to be an IC member. It has to be an IC member.
What makes you think it's an IC member?
Because she's not going to kill somebody that nobody gives a fuck about. If Vasa dies, she doesn't have that many fans. Nobody really talks about her. Jurian, everyone thinks he's suspicious anyway. Nobody would care about her. Tamlin at this point has so many haters, everybody would probably cheer. For emotional damage, it has to be someone in the IC or the Night Court. It has to be. Unless it's like Lucian, but I doubt it because he's one of her favorites.
No, I don't think he is anymore. I don't think he. Did you hear how she talked about him in this past interview?
I mean, she didn't really talk about him. She just said that Elaine believes that he betrayed her, which is true.
Yeah,
nobody corrected it.
She didn't talk about him, but that's what's weird to me at all. Didn't mention. I don't think she mentioned his name.
She didn't mention Azriel either, though, which was weird.
I know she didn't. She left Az and Lucian completely out.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be distraught if she kills both of them off. What if she's just like, fuck the ship wars, they're both dead?
I know. I'm telling you, I'm scared. When I tell you I'm afraid, I mean it.
Actually afraid.
I'm actually afraid.
Okay, but remember what we said about Hellfast? And we're like, oh, it's gonna be a war and everyone's gonna be dead and it's gonna be dead.
We did say that. I think didn't we say like we predicted like Hunt was gonna die or something or like Rune?
We predicted so many deaths,
and none of it happened.
None of them.
Swear. Oh, that's right. Because then we said that we're like
Nesta was Lady Thor, and that the flashback to Reese picking through the bodies was gonna be like the one.
Yeah. And then we said because she had that on her Pinterest board. Do you remember that Nesta, the lady that she had it? So, and then we said though that we're convinced she listened to the podcast and just was like, "I'm gonna do exactly the opposite of what every podcast is talking about and expects me to do." I still think she
well, you know what? We've done every single theory, so it would be air if you did it the opposite of us.
You can't do anything now.
Do the opposite of everything we do.
I know.
But I'm scared. Like,
dude, I'm scared.
If I'll be honest, in my head, it's a balance of emotional damage and world building. Because logically, which I know she doesn't always go by logic, she goes by emotion. Logically, you can't technically kill the characters that need to fill in the world building. So what I mean by that is like, if Baron dies, or Helion dies, or Tamlin dies, you need to have someone to become, the High Lord of those courts. So, yeah, technically, she could kill off Eris and make a brother the High Lord, but considering she didn't even name them, I highly doubt it. Unless Lady A becomes High Lady or something. But like then you're just killing off another one of her kids that I don't really see the value in killing off
Yeah.
Eris, but again, Sarah is kind of emotional. I guess she's just gonna go with what she's gonna go with.
Yeah.
Again, Lucian's Helian's only heir. You kill off Lucian, he doesn't have another heir unless, she has a whole other subplot of Healy and Lady A getting back together again, and then that takes page time, so I don't really see that happening.
So like, okay, so like what I could see happening, and I think
Yeah.
we've talked about this like 100 million times,
I know.
right? Is like it's a Gwen Real book.
Yeah.
Gwen and Az are gonna be the main people in it.
Yeah.
She's gonna kill off Azrael. I'm convinced it's Azrael. And it makes sense with the Koshi storyline too and everything with Vasa and it
But
tracks with like
again,
the
why
fairy
would she
tale.
keep his mother alive?
Dude, I think you're thinking way too into it. Sarah, you know
The
Sarah's not
world
like
building.
that. You
Logical
are.
versus
Have you
emotion.
seen that meme where it's like we're playing three-dimensional chess and Sarah's playing checkers?
But like this is how you have to think as a writer. Like if you're gonna kill someone off, what are the repercussions of that? Because if they
I
have
think
to fill in somewhere, then you need an alternate. Like
okay, but I think that's why she's killing off Az, and then like 3 months later, we get the book to find out maybe he gets like resurrected somehow, or I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't
Well,
know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know. What do
I know
you
I'm gonna
see?
sound evil. I like to believe delusionally. Now I'm saying delusionally because I have no skin in the game that it'll actually happen.
Okay.
But if she was fucking phenomenal, she would kill off Reese. And
Why?
then because I've seen everybody online after CC3 going, well, what if Azrael's the real High Lord? And it was like Fendir Holstrom thing where like his family was just put in power and that's why it like merged from Moore's line and like things like that. But then like it wouldn't choose Moore because it's males at this point, so it would choose Azrael because it's always like he's been saying it's not, always direct family. It's the most powerful person of the court. So if
Right.
Reese is taken out and it's males, I never for 1 second during Aka War believed like the inner circle that it would be Kier. Who actually believed it would be Kier? They did.
Right.
I'm like, it's not gonna be Kier. It's gonna be Azrael.
Right. It would absolutely be Azrael. He's like a shadow singer. It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a weird, like, again, this is me thinking too deep into it, but this is how I think. But then I'm like, okay, well, if you think of modern day England and the king dies and the king is young and the king has an heir who's like 5 years old, technically it could be Nyx, but then Nyx would have to have a proxy, which would be Feyre.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
we could
Holy,
have a
holy shit. Can
1-year-old
we?
High Lord. Like, I think that would be hilarious, honestly. Little
Uh,
king, what do you want?
I know. Nick's tell us.
Throwing fits.
Oh, I know. I love it.
Nyx
I
just
love
gets
it.
pissed and mists people.
Oh my God.
Like,
Stop it.
I think
Okay. Can
she
we
could
just
do so much craziness plot-wise if she killed off Reese.
you want but she's not gonna do it. I mean, look, come on. She sat in that interview and like
But
salivated
that's what
over
I'm
Reese.
saying. If she says that she's that good of an actress, which she has in her Akamath interviews, because she's like, everyone wholly believed I was in love with Tamlin, and I would gush about Tamlin with them. And she's like, I snowed all of them. And I'm like, bitch, what? I'm like,
I
she's doing this again. If she's
I
talking so highly about one character or two characters in particular, something's gonna happen. Like,
okay.
I'm so convinced of the Val Grease thing, you have no idea.
No, 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 no. No, I know you are. So okay, who is she talking about highly of right now? Who are the characters
Reese
that
and Cassian literally are the only two people she was praising in that interview.
it
And
really
Farrah, but
was?
she already killed Farrah and brought her back twice. So
Well,
that's
but
not
Reese
happening again.
Reese Reese has died Reese
Once.
died too once, so
Yeah. Cassian, you up, bro?
oh,
You
oh
gotta
my
admit,
God.
like
Yeah, I will admit it. Yeah, I
okay.
will admit it.
If I had to choose between Reese and Cassian, I don't know who I would choose to die, honestly. I don't. I I think Reese would be a little more, and I hate admitting this. You have no idea. I think Reese would be a little more pertinent to Tamlin's healing arc for forgiveness, which I know is probably gonna fucking happen, and I'm gonna fucking hate it.
She said she's not
But
gonna write it. I don't think she's
no,
writing
she
it.
is. She is. She has to. It's an
Why?
open thread. If you're finishing the series, you can't finish with an open thread.
But do you okay, so do you think she could make it though where it's like such a little minuscule, he gets like two
Yeah.
chapters,
Yeah,
heals.
it
Yeah,
could be that.
I could see that.
But she's gonna have to wrap it up at some point, you know?
Yeah.
But I just think like the way well, to finish my first thought before we get into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think if she's gonna do a healing arc for Tamlin, Reese would be more pertinent to it, and she's gonna play like a Nesta Amryn thing, where Tamlin's like, "I'm so sorry, and let's be
Yeah.
friends," and I hate that so much.
And
Like
he
honestly,
bows
just
to
kill him.
her.
Like
And
honestly, my pride, I couldn't deal with that. Like I just kill him. I'll write happy fanfics where he lives.
I was gonna
I do not want him to fucking bow to Reese. I can't handle that. I can't do it.
I I can't
That's
handle
why I
it.
think Cassian is more likely to die.
Okay,
Still.
I think you have a really, I mean, when you say it like that, I think you have a solid point that Cassian totally could be the one to die. My only hang up is it's like she was like in the interview, she was very emotional
Yeah.
talking about Nesta, and like Nesta went through this and I went through this and I was healing, and we were in a hole together and we dug out.
She's still
Like
in the hole with that bitch, but anyway.
I know she's still in the hole there. So like would she kill off
Oh yeah.
her?
Oh yeah.
You think
Did
so?
you ever see, I think I might have sent it to you guys. It was a while ago. Did you ever see her interview with Steph when they were
No.
talking about not the ending, but like wrapping up storylines and stuff. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I love happily ever afters. I love my characters getting happily ever afters or whatever." She goes, "But they're gonna fucking suffer
She
for
said
it.
that.
They're gonna suffer for it so bad." I was like, "Yeah." Nesta, and in the whole facet interview, she goes, "Nesta is healing, not healed." I'm like,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
She's
I
gonna
know.
go through so much more shit.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
what's weird to me though, and I don't quite understand this, I guess, is like if the next book is a Gwenrael book,
Mhm.
why would it be so short? Why would they get the novella? That makes
Well,
no
it's not.
sense.
It's not. So it's not really like a novella and then a big book or whatever. It's all one story. But she separated
Oh,
it into parts. Remember?
I know. I keep
Yeah,
like
forgetting
I'm
because they're like
yeah,
Akatar 6, Akatar 7. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's hard.
I hate that like, and I think that's the part of me that's kind of struggling is
Yeah,
she was like trying to describe the concept of what
describe it.
she's
Yeah,
doing, but
yeah.
she's like talk so I'm like,
So
so is
I
it?
think of it like. So I think
Yeah.
of it like if Kingdom of Ash was in, the 4 parts that it's in, but it was just separate bindings for each of the 4 parts.
But like, why is she binding it separately if Kingdom of Ash was in one book? I don't understand that.
Well, because you can't really have a 3,000-page book. But I'm assuming that I think I said this last time, but I'm assuming that like the first part is like 2 main POVs, something's happening in the background with other smaller POVs. And then
Okay.
when we move into the big book, there's more of a focus on whatever else comes to the forefront, and they kind of dip to the back. They're still there. Everyone's still going to be there, but it's just a matter of who's coming forward and who's sliding back.
Yeah. So then I like that. So then I would think that in the
Mhm.
next book, Nesta and like Cassian and Az and Gwen are gonna be like the
Mm,
4 main like
mm,
POVs. And then I think that it's gonna
mhm.
slide back from Nesta and
Yeah.
to
So
Az and
there's going to
Gwen
be a huge cliffhanger.
with Az and
Something's going to
Gwen.
have to be resolved.
I know. It's gonna be something with the dust court.
I swear Cassian's gonna fucking die and this bitch is gonna explode and the dust court is gonna come back and there's gonna be Pegasus everywhere because she's gonna mirror it to the end of Hofas.
You know what? I mean, you're not crazy to think that. Like, I don't think that you're insane for that, actually.
I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. Not maybe not the Cassian death thing, but like, how would she make it super emotional?
Or it is Nesta has to choose between the inner circle, the night court, and the dust court. And Cassian has to make a choice. So she's gonna break up the inner circle if someone doesn't die.
This is what I'm saying. That's another reason why Cassian's gonna die, because she's not gonna make him choose. I will be shocked if she makes him choose because we know he's not choosing Nesta.
See, to me, I think for Cassian, it would be an easy choice, right? Like you'd follow your mate. I follow my mate.
You would think.
You follow because you can still be friends with your best friend. They're just they just live somewhere else, right? Like,
but his speeches about loyalty to Rhysand and his actions in Akasif and Hofas, choosing Rhysand over Nesta over and over and over again, does not bode well.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be like a conflict with Nesta and Cassian, and then the Gwen and Az being in the middle of it, and their love kind of like starting to take off and stuff like that.
I would love for, again, it confuses me because Sarah's opinions do not always translate to canon. But the problem I have is that she's like, oh my God, Nesta and Cassian, like, the minute they met, I couldn't keep them away from each other, and they're like such perfect mates and things like that. But that does not translate into your canon because you're writing it the way that they are equally as bad for each other as Rhys's parents. Like they're fighting all the time. He's not choosing her over Rhys. Like, what? It just doesn't click.
Okay, but you also have to sit back and think maybe that's just like your bias as a reader that's coming through, right? Because like you could also argue.
I mean, but I don't hate Cassian. I actually, when I started that book, I was expecting them to have an amazing arc.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't like him in the bonus chapter of Akamath, but I figured they would talk about it, get things going, whatever. And then Akasif was just like, what the fuck is he doing?
I don't here's my problem is that like I'm on the fence, right? Like I don't disagree with you. I see how Cassian kind of treats her like shit sometimes. Like I agree with you. But you could also be someone Sarah has like a weird way of interpreting relationships, in my opinion.
It's so weird, dude.
In my opinion. And I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying like I don't know. I think
how is that healthy to her? But see, my thing was like, okay, when she had told us in 2024, which she reiterated here, how depressed she was when she wrote that book, and even writing Hofas when she's like, I was pumping breast milk and they were forcing me to do edits and all this shit, right? So my immediate thought is like, okay, she was in a really bad space. She connects her mental health to Nesta's mental health. So she was probably writing it where she's like, oh, I don't deserve him to choose me and I don't deserve whatever. And we get those from Nesta in the book while he's treating her like shit. So I'm like, what do you mean you don't deserve his goodness and his whatever? And he's not even choosing you.
Okay, is it that he's treating her like shit, or is it just that it's a realistic relationship? Because I think that's where there might be some reader bias there because Cassian.
There are some parts like arguments that are totally fine and I totally get.
Right. But like I know that you had
things.
Well, I know you had a problem with the hike, but the hike to me, he took her on the hike. You have to look at the positives, right? And like it's a realistic relationship. She goes on the hike with this guy. He's not leaving her side. He could be down at the house with Rhysand. He's with her on the hike. He's cooking for her. Technically, he's caring for her.
What was the reason for the hike, Olivia?
Because of what Nesta did.
Because Rhys wanted to punish her.
Right.
So he did it for Rhys.
But but you could all no, we don't you can have more than one reason to do something. You could be punishing somebody, but also wanting to be with your mate and like being supportive of them and staying there with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people have to understand about Nessian's like the real marriage.
It's just okay. Again, though, she's towing the line because if you want it to come across as realistic, all right, have him carry the heavy or have her carry the heavy backpack and give her the silent treatment and punish her for Reese, but then at least do something positive as well. Like Feyre telling Cassian, please tell her I'm not mad at her. I'm only mad at the people who kept it from me. Purposely did not tell her that, knowing that she was beating herself up for it and suicidal because of it.
Well, okay, but also like let's talk through that because maybe he did it because he felt like this could be a really good growth opportunity for her. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Maybe he did it being like, I have one-on-one time with my mate, and I think that we can really benefit from this really miserable, depressing, horrible hike. I'm not going to tell her what Feyre said. I'll tell her at the end of it because I want this alone time with her.
He didn't, though.
I mean, maybe
that's what I'm mad at. He had so much opportunity. He could have literally spoken to her the whole hike, which he didn't. He didn't even try to communicate.
Because he knew she needed that quiet time. I mean, have you ever been on a hike with someone and you're like, ooh, I know that person's really fucking going through, or like not a hike, but like, have you ever been with someone and you're just like, you
but
know
if
how
you know
is,
something's gonna a little bit cheer them up, wouldn't you try, especially if you loved them? Like if her sister was like, please tell her that I don't hate her and I love her and whatever, or Feyre was even like, bring her back, like don't punish her, but Reese is pleased. And then he just like chooses everything that Reese wants. And it just drives me nuts.
But what happened at the end of the hike was like a really beautiful thing, right? Like
until he fucked her against a rock instead of communicated.
I think but that's how those two communicate.
That's how they communicate.
That is how they communicate. That's how that's how some people communicate.
Which is toxic.
Not necessarily. In a married relationship, not necessarily. You could be like, I fucking hate you. Later that night, go do it and be like,
but like good. In tandem with some sort of fucking talking through it. Like, but
like,
I don't know.
Okay, but like, think about like this. They go on this horse. If he had told Nesta, Feyre forgives you, Nesta would have been like, sweet, we're going back to my place.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this hike.
She's entitled to. She shouldn't have done the hike.
But at the end of the hike, she realizes that, like, Cassian says to her, she's like, I don't know how to fix myself.
Yeah.
Cassian says there's nothing to fix. And then they bond together as a couple. That was the
one
result
little
of
fucking
the hike.
Throwaway lines that Cassian throws in there for charm.
Oh my God. You are not going to learn.
Driving me nuts. Like, I understand he has some twisted sort of maybe love for her, but like he doesn't communicate it at all. He doesn't say I love you. He doesn't bite the biscuit. He makes fun of them having a wedding. Dude, you've had a million opportunities to fix your shit. Say something.
Okay, I don't disagree with you on any of the points you just said. The only thing I disagree with you on is the hike, but everything else I agree with you on.
It's crazy though. Is it not just like crazy to think about? Because I went into Akasif thinking they were going to have a great love story.
I know.
And Akasif is what fucked everything for me. And then I was like, okay, maybe they were going through shit. I'll give them one more chance. Maybe Hofast is going to be good. Fucking chose Reese again.
I know.
Finito.
I know.
Fuck that ship. No, she deserves so much better than that.
I know she does. Like, I don't disagree with you. I mean, Hofast was pretty bad. I don't disagree on that. But like, okay,
you didn't know who to side with in the brewing fight. Take a fucking guess, Cassian. Who you should side with.
That's what Sarah's gonna say because Sarah's gonna be like loyalty.
His loyalty to Reese and to his brother. Okay. If you're married, you're supposed to choose your spouse over everything.
100%.
I don't care if it's your brother.
100% you choose your spouse.
It's giving like mama's boy type
Yeah.
shit where it's
Yeah.
like, well, my mom, well, my mom, well, my mom. And for Cassian, it's like, well, my brother, well, my brother,
I
well, my high
know.
lord. It's such a bad look.
Well, technically, Cassian didn't have a family, so like I get the mama's boy thing,
Yeah,
like with
perfect.
Reese,
Like Reese is
because
like the mom, like the
yeah,
mother-in-law.
Reese is
Like,
like
it's
Reese is his
so
family.
bad.
Reese is his family. I mean, you're caught in
Like,
between, like he's
it's
caught in this
crazy.
horrible situation.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like he knew that Reese didn't like Nesta to begin with. You chose her once just to have her, just to keep her, and then you're never gonna choose her again.
I
Like that is
know.
not a good relationship.
I'm like,
It's so hard to read
I
because I
will.
wanted her to have something great, and I
Okay.
don't see it. And I don't know how Sarah doesn't see it.
So like I kind of get it. I kind of see it though because like I have had close family
Hmm.
where we had I had a relative that was with somebody, right? And we had fighting between the immediate family and the spouse. Okay.
Hmm.
So so
But
I'm
you would
trying
expect them to choose their spouse, right?
to
Depending on the situation.
I don't know, man. I will say and
Olivia being the immediate family is like,
yeah, exactly.
they should choose me.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I will.
Oh, here we go. That's why, because Olivia's the Reese in this situation
I I
and not
have
the
okay.
Nesta.
Okay, you hit the nail on the head. I have been the Reese. I have been
There
the
we
Reese.
go. That's the problem.
So
I've been the Nesta
I understand it from a
with
personal
friendships, but
place.
I've been the
Yeah.
Nesta.
Yeah. I get it.
That's why
Yeah,
I'm so much less forgiving.
I could see
Because
that.
I've been
I
in
could
that
see it.
fucking situation
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, do I choose you or do I choose this person? And it's like, we had been friends since kindergarten. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
other person, like, had been friends with them in their new school for years.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, I can drop my old friends for my new friends. And it's kind of like the inverse of the whole, him choosing Reese thing.
Yeah,
Because,
100%.
I
I get
mean,
it.
technically, if they're like mates, it's kind of like, oh my God, soulmates. Like we've known each other forever through world, whatever the fuck, right? You're supposed to choose them. But then like Reese, like, yeah, I've known forever and he's my brother. But that's not supposed to be the same kind of connection?
Yeah.
So I'm way less forgiving because I've been in that I've been the Nesta.
I know. It's been like reverse for me. It's like I understand how like the family wants to win out. Like I get it. I get
Yeah.
what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I get,
I
I
just
can
think
see
it's wild
struggle.
because like neither of them, which is another problem that I have, as much as I trash Pharaoh because I don't think she's a good person,
Yeah.
I think that if they're going to give her the title of High Lady, she should be respected as one in her
Yeah.
court. And the fact that Reese nor Cassian literally give a fuck about what she wants for her own sister is also wild to me, which has also happened in Hofas.
But the thing is that's such a realistic man thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's so
Mm-hmm.
realistic of the men to just like to just go with their
And Farrah's like,
opinions.
leave her the fuck alone. And Reese is like, Cassian, take her to the house so I can degrade her more. And he does. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it. Amryn was right when she called him a dog, and so was Eris. They're on the mark.
When did Amryn call him a dog again?
But when they first show up in Akamath, she's like, "Your dogs want breakfast," because they were like at the door and they're like, "Feed us."
I remember that. When they're like, oh my
And then
God,
she
I
calls
love it.
Azrael a dog when he was like gonna stab her with Truth Teller when she was being sketchy
Yeah.
before. And then Eris is like, "Go sit at your master's feet, dog." Like when
Yeah.
he's dancing with Nesta, I loved that so much.
I did too.
I'm like,
I loved when
and
Eris
he
said it.
would.
It's like, oh,
Like, if Reese
Eris.
asked him to lie at his feet, he fucking would. If Nesta
Probably.
did, he'd be like, well, the Illyrians are around and that's kind of emasculating.
Yeah.
But he would do it for Reese.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
that's my problem.
I know. I know. I get it. I get it.
It's
I
like,
don't know.
and it's just the way that he innately doesn't. Okay, I don't like Faizan, but Faizan understands each other to a deep
Yeah,
level, right? They're very
mostly.
similar, mostly, right?
Mostly.
But like with Cassian, right? He knows the Illyrians are backwards. He knows they don't, you know, particularly like females. They definitely don't like them training. Why the fuck is he like, no, you're training in Illyria, you're training in Illyria? Where one, she's gonna feel completely, disgusted and degraded by these men who don't even want her there. And they're like, oh, burn all the stuff she touches and all that shit. Like, why would he want to put her in that situation? Like,
Because
are you okay?
he's
Are
just
you,
a thoughtless man. He's
he's
not
a
thinking.
fucking
He's just a man. They're all like that's so
and you know
realistic.
what?
They're
His
like
name
that.
makes sense. His name makes sense because his head is empty.
What do you mean?
His
Does his
name means
name
empty.
does it really?
Head empty, no thoughts.
Oh
Just fuck. Like,
no, he's a
he's an
decorated
airhead.
war
War.
whatever they're called. War wager. I don't know, General. He's a war
And then,
wager.
okay, I think the best one that the best thing to Tula and Cassian for, which I saw the other day too when someone posted the graphic audio clip. It's like when they're having that fight and he's like, "Why can't you just say I'm your mate for God's sake?" And then she's like, "With that, my last scrap of humanity leaves and I'm one of you." And he's like, "I thought you wanted to be one of us." When? When? When has she ever wanted to be one of you? Did we not just have Solstice where she told you to get the fuck away from her and she had to be bribed to come? What do you mean?
Okay, but like here's my thing. Have you ever
That
not
was
wanted
the dumbest line. That was very much up there with "You're a better friend than I was, Feyre." Lucian. Sarah, what are you thinking?
Lucian was such a good friend. I don't even bring that line up to me because it makes
I
me
know it's so triggering. It's like
so
that's triggering.
upset.
The "I thought you wanted to be one of us" is triggering. Like none of these are canon. What?
But it's also funny to me because it's like, but maybe this is just because if
Yeah.
I were a character in the Akatar world, we all know I'd be like a peasant in the human village, right? Like I would I would do anything to
Mhm.
be Fae. It's like I would love to be Fae. Why aren't they like more happy about it? You know, like I would want to be
Yeah.
young and gorgeous forever, like
Right?
Tamlin said. I want to fucking like fight awesome and like look
Legit.
beautiful and
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
what I
legit.
mean?
So going back to the Tamlin arc thing,
Yeah.
okay. This is why I think that she was kind of fucking with people. Because so we have her, first of all, we have the Aleutian Elriel thing, right? That everybody's fighting
Right.
about, which she knew that was going to happen. She knew that was going to happen, please, right? And then she had the whole, well, I don't really plan anything. It's just all in my head. Versus previously, yeah, I have notebooks and I plan years down the line and all this stuff. And then she has the whole, well, Tamlin is very traumatized and he went through stuff under the mountain and he had a really bad family. And it would be very interesting to write, to delve into his character because of that. And then you have, but this fucker can burn in hell. She is
I
on the tightrope of two sides that entire interview because she knows if she fucks up and leans too heavily to one side, she's not going to get the sales that she wants.
Well, here's my thing is like I was thinking about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she practiced her
Oh,
answers
hell yeah.
to those questions? Because
Yeah.
it was so I was kind of rewatching
Yeah.
it. It was so flawless and
Yeah. It's like
what
our
she
interviews. But I think when she was like lying or like omitting things,
omitting.
that's
Yeah.
when her voice was higher and she was like every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was obvious. Like her
Hey
cadence.
Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Hello.
You made it on earlier.
Yeah.
I made it.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking about Sarah walking the tightrope and like saying one thing and then saying the opposite of that thing and not wanting to lose pre-sales because she was like kind of playing both sides. And so I was saying that for a lot of that interview, like her voice was a lot higher than it usually is, and she was kind of stuttering a lot. But then when you got down to like the announcement and the stuff that she could say, normal voice, not stuttering.
Well, and I was like, if you pay attention to how she's like, who's coming up with these theories? She knows that people are coming up with the theories. People tag her in the theory stuff. She knows what's happening.
And I mean, everybody.
I'm pretty sure in an old interview at some point, she was even like, yeah, I love all these theories and everything. Like,
I told you. I said that. She goes, oh, yeah. Oh, I have the screenshot. Hold the fuck up. I just shared it the other day because I was like, I have to save this because I wanted to bring it up. Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay. So this is what I mean by her lying in that Call Her Daddy interview. Okay. Because she had said this more than once, but this is the screenshot that I have. So it's like an article. And it says, the crossover has been years in the making, occurring to mass when writing A Court of Silver Flames, or 2021, sorry, A Court of Silver Flames and Kingdom of Ash. Because remember, Aelin falls through, whatever. The latest installments in the A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass series, respectively. I had and then she says, this is a direct quote from Sarah, I had planted the seeds in all my series about the possibility of it being a multiverse. The worlds exist, but they're planets and light years away. And then it says, a thrill to fans, a look on Reddit, turned up deep dives of mass lore. And then another quote from her, it says, I often think about these series for years before I end up writing them. It means I have the opportunity to think, how in this moment can I plant this little detail?
She's actually, I mean, she didn't really lie too much, but she did confirm at least a little bit of that in the podcast episode. When
she was like, well, I don't know. I kind of whatever
she
comes
was like,
to me.
I'm working on these other books and stuff too that made us think that like, oh, she wants to leave her fucking publisher.
Right.
Because I've seen way more people coming out and being like, yeah, she was literally shit talking her publisher about how, because no author is just going to come out and be like, they made me work during maternity leave. They made me do stuff that I didn't need
that
to.
That was crazy. Okay.
This and that.
Also notice like, when she was talking about that, normal voice, no stuttering.
Yeah. So I don't want to go as far to say that she's lying. I want to say
more
that
like omitting certain
she's
things.
Purposely omitting to get as many book sales as possible, which I mean, Mel, keep in mind, you said you would do it too on an episode, I think for our Fanfic Friday episode that we did, where you were like, yeah, I'm going to fuck my fans over. I'm going to kill characters.
I love that. Like you
No, okay, that was so out of context. I said I'm gonna fuck my fans over because I'm gonna purposely use difficult name spellings.
Well, yeah, but you also were talking about how you'd mess them up with like,
like a random character just appearing in every single book and series.
Yeah,
and see if they figure it
with
out.
a name where they're like, oh my god, wait, she's used this name in a different book. What? And then you're just like, no, guys, I'm just reusing names.
But really, it's the same character who's just world hopping into every single universe.
So just like SJM, you're gonna be just
basically,
like SJM.
Yeah.
But
basically, like if Lauren actually existed in like all three series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but like also, I do want to talk about like how crazy it is that she like was kind of shit talking. That she was shit talking Bloomsbury.
I mean, honestly, I've been looking on Reddit and stuff, and there's a lot of like independent authors and stuff who are like, yeah, I tried to go to Bloomsbury and they suck. Like they're not actually that great. They take too high of a percentage.
Yeah, they're awful.
And there's some people who were even like, too. I'd rather publish on Amazon than through Bloomsbury.
Yeah. Say, why does it?
And it's like, what the hell?
They've changed a lot. It's really bad.
But I mean, just making a woman work through maternity leave, that alone,
and
it
then
doesn't matter
I know
anyone's
you just
opinion.
Did all this work that we forced you to do, but never mind.
Take out 10 pages, and then they're like, oh, actually, oops.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the editors suck. They suck. They don't catch anything.
Yeah, because what do you mean she had to take out the 10 pages instead of an editor going through and being like, hey, can we remove this? It's kind of run on whatever.
Yeah. No, you have to go through your whole manuscript and take out 10 whole pages.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And it's like, no, she wrote it a specific way.
Yeah.
You guys need to make it work.
Yeah.
And like, yes, there's rules. I mean, she even said, she was like, yeah, there's rules when it comes to like writing a 1,000-page book.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's rules? Because
Yeah.
for
That's why
The Hobbit and Lord of the
Hofast was
Rings,
cut short,
those
I
rules
swear.
weren't around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, I feel like Silver Flames would have been longer.
Yeah.
If she didn't have to cut
Really?
stuff out.
Oh,
I think she had to cut way more out.
Yeah. And that's
But
why they ended up sucking.
That makes so much sense to me though, because it's like it felt, and everyone said it was like
It was kind of quick and choppy.
It was
the thing.
quick and
My
choppy.
problem with it wasn't like the ending part of it. My problem was, what do you mean we go from Nesta and Cassian still fighting and stuff? Yes, they're doing the friends with benefits thing. That's not what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she's willing to change her body to give birth to Illyrian babies. When SJM has made it clear, majority of Fae cannot have children.
Yeah.
It is rare to have a child. That's why all of those children in the Winter Court being killed off was so terrible.
Deal.
It was hundreds of younglings.
Yeah.
So what do you mean Nesta's just changing her body when 3 chapters before they're still fighting? I think I feel like a lot of people would have less issue with Cassian if we could have actually seen reconciliation. And I think that's what she had to take out. Because SJM probably remembers that she wrote that, but won't say it out loud. Because then we'll be like, well, what do you mean, Bloomsbury?
Well, that makes a lot of sense. If she had a ton of material that she didn't put in the book, and that's what she's going off of emotionally.
I also don't think Frost and Starlight was how she wanted it.
But then I just find it weird that she continues to perpetuate they're so awful for each other in Hofast. Like, all right, they could have been fine though. So why are you continuing
I think she had to take stuff out, and then she was like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well just continue this thing that Bloomsbury wants to force me to do. But I think Frost and
I hope they forced her to kill Cassian. I'm sorry.
Oh, if she kills Cassian, I think it's because she wants to kill him. If I were her, I would have written the reconciliation stuff, but I wouldn't have I still would have done the whole changing her body, that sort of thing. Yeah. But then I would have also then later on been like, yeah, they actually did naturally fall in love. They were not truly mates though, but they fell in love with each other. So then Nesta has a grieving period that is a genuine grieving period. And then who walks in the door to comfort her from another world? You know? To then appease the whole Cormac thing. But that's how I would do it, where there's a true,
That's how I would do it.
Because Cassian's a warrior.
Because it has to be emotional.
If he dies, there has to be some kind of grieving period. There has to be some kind of
and they're gonna go after the general of the army. John said.
The general of the army, who's called the Lord of Bloodshed. You're gonna tell me he's not
the Illyrians still hate.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's still the general.
Yep.
He needs to be respected.
Yeah. But also, in terms of him and Nesta, she would have had to have done some sort of reconciliation so it would be more emotional. I still think that if she kills Cassian, that death scene, he's finally going to say, I love you. And then he's going to die.
It's still going to wreck us, I think. Even those of
it
us
could have
who
been
don't
better, but
like
it's still going to be emotional.
Even for those of us who don't fully like him, it's still going to be like, oh my god, this character's been there since book 2.
I know.
This sucks. Losing a main character in the inner circle, that's going to change. That's going to change the dynamic of the inner
I have
circle.
to ask you the question then.
Oh.
That I asked Olivia. Because it was a thing going around where everybody was wondering. What do you think the diabolical cliffhanger of part 1 is going to be? Which is why we only have 3 months in between books.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. You're asking a person who fucking hates cliffhangers what I think a cliffhanger is gonna end up being?
Yeah.
I hate you.
What do you think it's gonna be though?
Well, I mean, we have to figure out what's going on with Koshi and the all that bullshit.
Dusk, yeah.
I think someone's gonna get kidnapped. It's gonna be
again.
I think it's gonna be similar to the Throne of Glass kidnapping.
What happened to the Throne of Glass kidnapping?
Oh my god, it's gonna be Lucian. It's gonna be Lucian.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know what happened in the Throne of Glass kidnapping?
Only on Heir of Fire.
She doesn't know about the mask?
No.
Don't say anything else. Don't say anything else. I want it to be a surprise.
It's gonna fucking be Lucian.
No,
and
Mel,
I
I'm
swear
gonna
to God,
text it
if
to
Elaine
you.
does a turn to save him, I'm gonna be pissed. I need Elaine to save Lucian because Lucian would always save Elaine, no question whether she wanted him or not. I need Elaine to save Lucian. That's what I need. It's so bad.
I just texted you what I was gonna say, Mel, so that Liv doesn't know about it.
Okay, thank you.
Because I don't want to spoil it. But she doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean,
because that happens.
It wasn't totally like that. I mean, we got to take it off moment from Nesta and Hofast with Azrael.
But I think it's going to be a similar kidnapping thing where it's going to be kidnapping, and then in the next book
thing would be so good.
Oh my god! I'm thinking like reunion wise.
It is going to be Lucian,
or is it going to be Elaine?
Though I think it would be Elaine because it's the whole damsel in distress thing.
Yeah.
Because
but that's the thing. Like she's always the damsel in distress. How many fucking times are we going to save Elaine?
Keep in mind.
At this point, let them take her.
Not a damsel, and she sort of got out, but then also needed to be a damsel.
Yeah. So, like, at this point, just let them take Elaine. Like, collateral damage. I'm just kidding. No, but see, my thing is, if she's gonna go with the whole Elaine and Lucian arc, again, Lucian would fight for her, period, whether she wanted him or not, whether she accepts him or not. He would always go after her if he knew about it. The whole thing was when she got taken by the cauldron by Hybern with that Grayson illusion, nobody told Lucian.
True.
That's why Azrael and Feyre had.
So do we think that book 6 is gonna be like Gwen and Azrael, but then like Lucian gets taken, so then Azrael's like, wait, I do need to help Elaine.
Yeah.
So then they have a reconciliation.
I think it's gonna be like Lucian gets taken, and then that comes into their book. That would be a good one.
Because then Elaine can end up leading into the whole, oh my god, wait, I need to save him, that's my mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, but wait, what if it's different though? What if it's different though? What if Elaine and Lucian is book 6 and they're a little novella where she ends up, just a whole, like, I don't know, gardening scene or some shit where she's like, oh wait, I love you. But then, like, Gwen gets kidnapped. So then Lucian has to work with Azrael.
Either would be really good.
And, like, because I mean, she
I don't
can get
want
fucking
it. Okay, here's a hot take.
The reason I'm saying Gwen, though, is because she could get taken by Autumn.
Back to Autumn, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron finds out that she's Eris's kid and that Eris is allied with the Night Court.
He thinks that Gwen has information that was in that temple that was also taken by Hybern.
Yep.
When they raided it for the cauldron piece.
Oh my god, okay, Baron's working with Koshi. Baron finds out that Eris is secretly allied with the Night Court. He finds out that Gwen's his child, kidnaps Gwen.
Illegitimate
for
child.
collateral. Holy shit. And then, not even just illegitimate, but part lesser Fae, too.
Yes. Oh my god, Baron would be
for the unpure bloodline.
Baron would lose his mind. Imagine if it was just Eris, like, and a maid. But then that it's a lesser Fae, according to him.
I know.
And it's like, oh
after
my god.
After he killed Jasminda for just thinking of being with Lucian.
Yeah.
And he knows Lucian isn't even his child by blood. Eris, his heir, having a illegitimate half.
Especially because what's interesting with Baron as the High Lord, we talked about this before. He's not raising them to be like, oh, it's the most powerful who takes over.
Yeah.
Like it usually is.
It's like the oldest, so it's Eris.
The firstborn son has a firstborn daughter who's a lesser Fae.
Yes.
He's gonna lose his shit. But I don't think Eshane's gonna go that far.
Well, not to mention that Gwen being a Valkyrie and like Autumn doesn't believe in like female soldiers and shit.
Autumn doesn't believe in female anything.
I know. The juice. Okay, it would be really cool if Lady A saved her too.
I would love that.
What if Lady A went to like the House of Wynn and she was like, I'm getting my daughter so we can save my granddaughter. And she like picks up Rosalind and she's like, guess what? She's your niece. Let's go get her. Like, oh my God.
I had an interesting theory that what if And it's for sure not a thing. But what if Gwen was actually an illegitimate, like, bastard child of Baron? Because he seems like the type to not want to sully his bloodline, but also the type that if his wife isn't doing her duties, he's gonna go take it from someone else. And then, you know, the twins are born, they get shoved into a temple.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, if you look at, like, historical stuff and all that, unwanted royals get shoved into a church or
monasteries,
something, or even just given away to, like, just someone who will keep them hidden. They're raised the priestess way.
My only thing with that is, like, again, the world building thing. Like, that would have been a really good way to go if she hadn't have written that Gwen was born during Amarantha's reign and that the High Lords were under the mountain. Because as we know, the only person who groveled was Eris, who was probably able to be let out.
Well, yeah.
And the whole red hair thing, like, Baron isn't the redhead either.
That's right, because it's all from Lady A, because we also have that theory that he's siphoning the power from her.
Yeah.
Because she was from the royal line.
From the,
And then his family was like, actually, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, changing that up, it could have been that the previous line was killed off because they had only an eldest daughter, no sons or anything. And so then they married her off to Baron. And it's like, well, it's the Van Sarah
she
line.
had sisters.
Because Baron's the oldest High Lord. Why does nobody talk about...
Who was the High Lord before Baron? It was probably, like, Lady A's grandfather.
I want to know how old Lady A is, because keep in mind, Eris is the age of
Rhys and everyone. So she's roughly about 40 years older than Eris. Because she was forced to marry Baron when she was 20. Yeah. So, like, Feyre and Rhys, and he was in his 500s. So then it said, like, they had Eris,
hold on. This is a hot take sort of thing. What is it with SJM putting these 500-year-old men with women who are 19 to 25?
I know.
What do you mean you're putting a Fey female who's 20-something years old? What do you mean Azrael is 540-something years old?
No, my question is...
And Gwen is like... hold on. Gwen is 28. Yeah, but still. Sorry.
Anyways, I want to know how old Helion is in regards to Lady A, because they fell in love at winter solstice before that even happened.
I wonder if SJM's gonna switch it up a bunch, because she said that it was a POV she didn't expect. What if the novella, the next one we get, is Lady A and Helion coming into power? Yeah. But then the way that it leads into the next book, where it could be all four, Elaine, Lucian, Gwen, and Azrael, is that it gets into... Wait, Lucian's my son. And we have that realization, and then it's the next book of, like...
And Eris is like, wait, Gwen is my son. I mean, my daughter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Daughter. Because she's linked to the Autumn Court, too. So are we getting, like, a huge Autumn Court, Dusk Court type
as
thing?
much as I hate Baron, I love being an Autumn baby.
I want Autumn Court tea. There's
need
so much tea there.
To hurry up and take over the Autumn Court so that I can say that I'm proud to be an Autumn baby.
Yeah,
I know.
Because I dress in a lot of autumn colors. I've been reorganizing my closet.
I want Eris to be the High Lord so bad.
And I have
just
really
want Gwen.
Okay, so wait, I just want to do this real quick too, because I love this so much. Okay, so Maddie is an Autumn Court, right? We think Maddie would be Autumn Court.
Oh yeah,
definitely
she is.
She's for sure
November baby. Yeah,
I'm an Autumn Court who would live in Valaris probably.
Like Gwen.
Really?
You're Gwen.
Yeah, I would.
Gwen.
Yeah.
You're Gwen. Okay. So Mel, what court is Mel, Maddie? Like, what would you say? To me?
You're hard. Hold on.
Let me think.
I know my answer.
I'm gonna do funny answer and a serious answer. Funny answer is Mel's from the continent and she just wants to talk shit about all of Prithian. And so she goes around basically dick hopping.
That's what's fucking.
But no, serious answer, not having to do with birthday or anything, because birthday it would be Spring Court.
Yeah.
Not having to do with any of it. I actually think that you would live in Spring Court, but closer to the Winter Court, like border with it.
Oh, I love that.
They border autumn and summer.
Yeah, I'm saying like you'd be more towards the colder areas.
Okay, so like spring, autumn.
like with your coloring, I feel like it would be like someone from autumn got with someone from winter because you're so pale.
Love that.
And so then
I
you were
love
like,
it.
let me live in spring because why not? But
My
like you were
grandparent
probably
is from winter and my parent is from autumn, but then
Yeah.
my other parent is from spring.
yeah, and like
mishmash.
you probably
And I'm nocturnal, so night court.
Yeah, there you go.
honestly, that's not a good enough reason to be in night court.
I know.
Like in my opinion,
because they're not all nocturnal.
Most of the people who are going around saying they'd be night court is because they stay up late or whatever.
Yeah.
I slept until 3 p.m. today because for the past few days,
an
I'm
autumn
going
thing.
to sleep at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up in the afternoon, have the whole night. But like, I'm genuinely like autumn, and I just happen to live in the night court. And honestly, I think I would do pretty damn well in Hewn City.
I can see it. I can see you doing a
You
good
want
job.
to marry me off to a rich man? Oh, I will walk him like a dog. You want an autumn court lady being married to an asshole?
Moore literally fumbled Eris so bad.
That's
so
the
bad.
thing. That's the thing.
Ugh.
I genuinely
I get
so
Baron
glad
being there, but
she's
like,
not with him because Eris can actually fall in love with someone who would want to sleep with him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop.
But at the same time, Eris could, do 2 ladies at once, But no,
honestly, I think I would be. I think I'm a spring court, but I think I would live in the dusk court.
Yeah.
Because I really like dusk time, dinner time, snacky time.
I
fun
feel
color
like,
sky.
I feel like you would still have like that winter court like ancestry though, and then they just ended up like migrating to spring court, so then you could say that you're from there, and then you'd go to dusk and be like, "Fuck you, bitches," and then
I'd be like, Nesta, throw me a sword, put me in the ranks.
I think Liv would actually be summer.
Yeah.
Really?
I think you would be summer because you have that sort
She's
of
very
like
Tarquin coded.
Well, I think that you and Tarquin would end up being besties. Like you'd just flash one of your smiles and he'd be like, "Would you like a crown?"
Literally.
Make him laugh.
Guys, guess what? I made a seashell necklace for you.
Literally. And then he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, Liv, that's adorable. Can I wear it?" Because I think you would also get along with Cressida too. Cressida, whatever her name is.
Cressida. Yeah.
I think you two would get along because the only reason her and Farah didn't get along is because of the whole.
Her over.
Well, because of also the whole Reese thing.
Reese.
Farah was getting jealous, and Reese was like, "Bro, I'm literally just playing the game."
Yeah.
And
then we would all go to Dawn for spa days.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I would go to Dawn for some like alchemy
vacation.
Shit.
I love it.
Literally, I would become besties with Helion, and like I would just be traveling Prithian just to study. I would have so much fun.
Me too.
Helion and I would be in a book club.
The day court libraries, yeah.
Yeah, Helion and I would be in a book club with Nesta and Gwen and like Emery.
And then Helion would be like, "Guys, I have an announcement. I am selling Drake."
Okay, if she doesn't bring Sal and Drake back in the book, I'm gonna be so upset.
I don't give a fuck about Bryaxis. Who is selling Drake?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. There was, I think it was in From Blood and Ash or whatever it's called. There was like that smut author or whatever.
Yes,
and then she like finds out who it is, and she's like,
"Yes,
what?
I
just think that sort of thing is so
think it was
funny.
a real person.
Yeah, like it's a pseudonym or some shit.
Miss
Willa.
Like,
yeah, and it's like that's a real person, and he's just like,
Willa's diaries is like what he keeps catching like Poppy reading it, and it's like smut, and she's like been like kept pure her entire life, and she's like reading smut, and he keeps ripping it out of her hands and going, "He's smut."
Oh my god!
And then he's like, "Yeah, actually, I know who she's talking about."
Yeah.
What?
And then he's like, "You want to do some of the positions in Miss Willa's diary?"
Yeah. Yeah, and I think at one point he was also like, "Yeah, just pay attention to who's around you." And I definitely think Helion would do that. If we were in a book club, he'd be like, "Yeah, so this book here, maybe pay attention to the details." And I know for a fact, I would look at it, I'd look at him, and I'd be like, "Want to do it?"
Like,
do you want to?
I could see Maddie and Helion.
Maddie, Helion, and more.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally.
Now that we know that's her type.
Literally. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Big burly
I'm
men
like,
and
I wanted to do who we
blondes.
could see Mel you with. Who would Mel be the best with?
I think, honestly, I think you're a little too harsh for Tamlin.
Yeah.
I think you're just.
He needs that.
I honestly, well,
Yeah.
because I mean, keep in mind what happened with him and Farah, and she was like half of you.
No, usually my first pick is Lucian.
I was gonna say Lucian would be able to go like toe to toe with the sass, where it's like you'd be like, "Oh, well, you're just a fox," and he'd be like, "All right, and."
Yeah. I could see it. I could see
No,
it.
I honestly
lose my babe.
I don't know if I'd be able to decide between Helion because it's Helion, or if I would truly just want to be able to like sit down with Azra and be like, "Hey, I have all this knowledge. Let me help you."
Let me help
and then
you
just
therapist.
fall in love with me, and more can go fuck off.
Yeah.
We can share
facts.
Azrael as a side piece.
I was gonna say, can I share Azrael too?
We
Like,
can
Hey, I'm sure he'd be able to make us all happy.
Eris, you know,
keep
if you
in
don't get
mind,
a person.
keep in mind, Azrael has to travel for work. He needs a bitch in every court.
I mean, okay, so Lucian and Azrael are my top two, right? That's why I love Cormac, because it's the fire and the shadows.
He's a mix of them too.
And there's the hot and the cold. Like
wait, what are all of our like top fives? Just out of all the characters of just who would be our not just men, who would be our personal inner circles?
Ooh.
Because I already know mine.
Oh, I know.
I
think I know mine.
Mine would
but
be
I don't
Azrael.
think they would get along. Does that matter?
Mine would be 100% Azrael, then Helion, because that'd just be fun banter with Helion.
That would be
Azrael I would not use him for his spy master abilities, but he would use them anyways. Helion would be fun to talk to about books and everything. Then Eris, because it's Eris.
It's Eris.
And I would have Amryn, and then adjacently Varian, because they're together. And I'd be like, yeah, y'all can just absolutely hang out. I don't care if you have a +1.
Yeah.
And then my fifth person, I would actually probably have Jurian.
Why Jurian?
I would have Jurian because, well, first of all, am I Fae or am I mortal? Either way, Jurian knows the mortal realm area, and so it's like, well, I need someone knowledgeable. Like, I need to know the patterns of like how Amarantha came up and everything like that. I need to be able to track all this stuff because I'm not going to have an inner circle the way Reese does, where it's all fun and games until suddenly we're getting ambushed. I'm going to actually plan out. Hey, we're all in these different courts, and also the mortal area. Let's take care of each other properly. We meet up like once a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think if I were to add another female, it would be Nesta and Gwen as well. So I'd have 7 total in my inner circle.
Mine would be Nesta and Gwen, obviously. Eris, Lucian, Tamlin, maybe.
I think Tamlin wouldn't be able to get along with the others.
I know, but I'm not going by that. I'm going by vibes.
Yeah.
Azrael and Vasa.
Nice.
Oh, that's
just okay. When Lucian was like, "Oh yeah, Farah, like she could go toe to toe with you. Like she swears like a fucking sailor." I'm like, "Come here, girl. Come here. I get you."
Honestly,
queen.
The way that Vasa acted when we like actually got to see her in her like fae mortal form, when we actually got to like hear her talk, basically, it was like, oh, if you show up.
Fucking over Farah.
What if the novella is her point of view? That Sam wasn't planning. Vassa's. What if it's
at Koshi's Lake?
Yeah, what if it's her story leading
at Koshi's Lake
to the war? So what?
So we would know the info and they don't know the info.
I was gonna say, what if it's a middle series prequel?
Yeah. Like another bridge, kind of like Akron.
Holy shit, you guys. Oh my god, I can't wait till October.
But what's funny is it would end up happening basically in the middle of Mist and Fury. So we'd get a prequel from the middle of a book.
Yeah.
Because then, keep in mind, we'd see more of Papa A. We'd see more of Lucian, we'd see more of Jury, we'd see Vasa. We'd see Koshi and his lake, so we understand how much of a threat he is.
Flashbacks.
Girl, she ain't gonna really write flashbacks.
I want flashbacks so bad.
As much as we don't
the minute Vasa walked in and she was like, I'm a queen. Like, are you gonna fix my curse? I was like, yeah, you talk to Feyre like that.
Yeah.
This is me. This is me being like, bitch,
as much
no. And then
as
Feyre's
we-
like, I'm a queen in my own right. I'm like, the
Yeah.
fuck you are.
She's really not a queen.
You're not.
You're a high
not.
lady, which
Like,
is different.
No, you're fucking not.
No.
Vasa's a queen and Nesta's a queen. Do you think they're gonna actually get along after what Vasa said about Papa A? That would be interesting.
Yes.
To me.
I definitely believe that Vasa and Nesta will be able to get along. 100%.
Okay, do you think that Vasa is going to be turned Fae or anything?
I think because of her curse, one of the side effects of it getting fixed is it's going to be more like, I think her name is Miriam, where she's human,
half and
but
half.
immortal.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Where she just lives a really long life, but
which is
still
really
human.
funny because her people were like, "Oh, you should have seen the other person that could have become queen. Like, they were actually worse than Vasa." And I was like, "Who was it? I want to know them.
Tell me.
Tell me.
Tell me."
See, I had that whole theory that maybe it was Briar.
Briar is like a nice dog. She reminds me of Elaine. I don't feel like Briar's like
she was
feisty...
she was freshly traumatized. We don't really totally know her.
I mean, it could also be interesting if the novella is Briar. But again, it might not happen.
I know. I said the novella could also be Rhysand's sister because you know how
Lauren.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I love her so much.
So when Antoinette asked, like, what do you guys think the cliffhanger was going to be? My immediate two thoughts was Lauren falls back into Prythian in front of Azriel. The way that Bryce did. Because she would have been the Starborn Princess of Prythian before. And he's the one that talks about her, right?
Yeah.
Or...
But wouldn't that possibly end up also causing some issues for Azriel and Gwen?
No. Because they're...
But I think...
they're not like romantic.
Yeah. No, but I think it would lead to Azriel maybe keeping some secrets from Gwen. And then Gwen's like, why are you hiding stuff from me? And then they have that kind of discourse.
Well, unless Gwen was there when it happened. Yeah. She is the one that knows all the research about the planets and shit. So I feel like Gwen wouldn't be shocked. And then Azriel wouldn't really be shocked again.
Well, it's not just research about planets. It's also research about other realms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Gwen and Lauren. Because Azriel's her favorite brother. Yes.
Okay, but also, how do you think Lauren would be towards Rhys?
I want her to be so fucking pissed.
I want her to take back their mother's ring.
Yes, that's what I
said. 100%.
Yeah. Because the thing is, she could definitely go to Farrah and be like, "Hey, that's mine." And then Farrah's like, "But I'm the High Lady," and she's like, "Right." And it was my mother. And then Rhys is like, fuck.
But Mom gave it to me. And then she'd be like, because she didn't know she was gonna have me.
Yeah. And then it turned into and
it goes
it's
to
gonna
the women
get
in the
passed
family.
to the women.
Yeah.
Give me my ring. And then Farrah's gonna cry, and then Nesta's gonna be like, Rhys, you're a dick. And then honestly, it would be really cool if Azriel stole the ring. Like Farrah takes it off because Farrah doesn't wear it during battles. Or
I don't
anything
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't wear it during sparring or anything. So what if Azriel set up a whole thing where she goes to spar with Cassie and steals the ring, and gets it to Lauren, and then he's just like, I don't know.
Because they're totally the favorite siblings. Come on.
Not only that, I definitely believe that because Cassian and Rhys bullied Azriel, Lauren and Azriel were pranking them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he brings her up.
Well, yeah, but
he's the little menace.
Yeah, keep in mind, even Cassian is like, well, yeah, like, Azriel, like, he pranks us. He wins the snowball fights and everything. And it's like, who do you think taught him that? Who do you think was... Because I honestly, I have this fuck-ass theory that what if Lauren, like, she couldn't hear Azriel's shadows, but what if she, like, knew of, like, to whisper low enough the shadows would get the whispering to Azriel? So she's behind Rhys and Cassian for the snowball fight, and she's like, hey, Azriel, one's to the left, one's to the right, they're behind these trees. And then he just fucking, like, winnows and just pelts them. And they're like, how did you know? I don't know.
My shadows.
Also, they never specify that he's not allowed to use his shadows during the snowball fight.
I know.
It's just a snowball fight.
Or his ice magic that he never told them about.
Right, because what do you mean there are rocks and snowballs?
I don't think they're rocks. I think it was like ice.
I think it was ice, and it's like you're getting pelted because there was no rocks. Like that's typically a fully snow-covered place when it's snowing.
Also, keep in mind that the way that Azriel acted with Ember, I'm like, that is totally how he acted with Lauren. When Ember like got up all huffy, and it was like Azriel made no move to stop her.
No, 100%.
The way that Reese's dad is hauling her out of Valaris, the artist quarters, and she's kicking and screaming at him. And Azriel's probably like, it's your daughter.
Yeah.
I also think that with Azriel acting like that, I think that's how he is with females in general.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, I save people in a weird way where I'm basically a monster. This is not for me to get involved in.
Yes.
Like I think Azriel fully understands when to not save a
interfere.
Female.
Yeah.
Like he was fine with Nesta and Gwen and Emery learning to be Valkyries. He was just kind of like, it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard work.
And then he was like, oh, you have to remember that we train them. Believe in them. Like they're good.
Yeah. Like, he literally is just like, yeah, by the way, we trained them. We trained with them. Like we
taught them everything.
And then it's like, what? While Cassian's over there being like, Nesta?
Hyperventilating.
Oh my god, Nesta sees me shirtless. Oh my god.
I'll say, I think that Azriel knows or knew or has an inkling of the whole Tamlin and Lauren thing. Because I think that he was her confidant.
We've talked about this before. I think that Azriel was her way of getting in and out quickly.
Yeah.
Of course. Because people don't know when he shows up and when he leaves. He could just grab her. Because his winnowing, it's described differently than everyone else's.
Yeah, he moves through shadows. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just going through like, folding a napkin.
So, actually, now that you bring that up, it's kind of described as him just kind of like moving through like a black hole.
Literally. Which also really funny.
Starborn Prince. Yeah. So they basically move through space and he moves through a black hole.
Oh boy.
He just goes from one place to another.
Okay, which is crazy because as I've been saying, that is the same thing as Cormac. He literally appears out of it like a black pit into Rune's like living room. And like there's shadow singers. This is another reason why I want Cormac to come back, not just for the whole Corsta thing. I want Azriel to know another shadow singer. I want Azriel to know his cousin because I'm still convinced that they're all cousins.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Can you imagine the just Dusk being ruled, right? You have Gwen and Azriel, Nesta and Cormac, Emery and Balthazar, like the fucking power team over here would be phenomenal.
I mean, I honestly, I really need to see more of other people's inner circles. Yeah. Because there's Lucian, Vasa, and Jurian. Then there's the Night Court inner circle.
Yeah. This is why I want a flashback of Andrus.
Eris for sure has his own. Yeah, Tamlin had Andrus, and honestly, I think Braun and Hart were also... Maybe. Like at least they had a little more information.
Yeah,
than
a little
bit
more sway with him. Yeah,
because I mean, they were the ones that were fucking named.
Yeah, and Eris is just like, oh, my men, and then he tried to save his men. And
but like SJM didn't have to give those 2 centuries names,
right?
He didn't have to do that because what do you mean we're getting Braun and Hart? They're flirting with Ianthe, and then
Braun and Hart's POV of Tamlin being depressed.
Oh my god, give it to me.
Actually, what I want to know...
They were mad at him in Akawar, though, because of Pharaoh.
Yeah, they were.
But what I want to know is, why did we never see Tamlin actually grieving any deaths? Like, yes, we found out that he just came to terms, like, everyone was just like, yeah, we're gonna die to try and save.
Well, he's not the type to like cry in public. I have a feeling he
but
was.
But at the same time, these are his sentries that are going out and dying. There's no funerals,
and he feels them. Oh, he definitely went and buried them. Because if you when Andrus died, he knew from whatever bond or whatever that it was the girl he was supposed to get. But where was the body before that? You can't tell me he wasn't going over there, grabbing the bodies, and then bringing them back to bury them. Yeah. Because he did that with the Blue Fairy. He's definitely going to do that with his own people.
God, and the thing is with the blue fairy too, we saw that, and it's like that's basically a pixie. Why aren't we seeing more of those? We don't know. I don't think that
Because
fairy
we haven't
ever
been in the summer court unless it was the palace and like the royals, and they're all high fae.
But
That's
I don't think that one was. I don't think that one was from Summer Court.
It
I think
was.
that
Reese says
was
it's
it?
from summer.
Oh.
Yeah, that one and the head on the pike. They were both blue from summer. Like Amarantha really hated the summer court.
Amarantha hated. No, that's the
Tarquin's
thing.
entire fucking family.
She slaughtered the entire family. Then Reese did the dirty work like that. But then she also had a vendetta against
Brutus.
Winter.
Oh yeah, Winter.
With the younglings.
Well, it was Winter, Day, and Summer that revolted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Winter, totally random. I feel like Echo would be like the perfect winter court.
Yes.
Like
she that's her coloring also. She wears like
in February, winter baby.
Winter, right?
I actually
100%.
She wears darker colors too, sort of like night court colors, but I think if she went into like the more like muted tones instead of vivids or anything like that, rather than going straight to
like the
black
navies
and gray. Yeah, if she went to
deep
or even like a slate color or something like that. Like honestly on this cup, if she wore like this, it would be really good with her hair and then her skin.
By the way, this was always really weird to me. Why? It's stupid. But like the fact that when Farrah first meets Lucian, he's wearing gray. That was weird to me. He's wearing silver. He's wearing a silver tunic.
Well, that's just the tunic.
I mean, like a silver like vest or whatever with like copper. I don't know what you call it. I forget what they call it. But yeah, it was like silver and copper, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Sounds more autumn court.
Yeah.
Right? I think, well, keep in mind his bedroom was autumn court.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I was thinking, what if that was his way of grieving Andras, where he's wearing the more dull tone stuff?
Because he was so mad. And then he was doing his shifts at the border. But
yeah, he needed to blend in too.
Yeah, but also the copper matched his mask, so he was probably like, "I need to be matching because I'm auto."
Oh, for sure. He is a fashion. He would love New York Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week. Yeah. Oh my God! Wait. Okay, hold on. I was thinking about this the other day. Yeah. Because The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out in May. Mm-hmm. It's like May 1st. I'm pretty sure.
I know. Yeah.
And I was actually thinking, I was like, Lucian would love this movie.
Oh, you know,
Lucian and Arishan would eat it up.
They would love Miranda Priestley. Would love her. And they'd be like, oh, well, she's justified.
Yeah,
she would. And Priestley's pretty, but she's justified.
And I actually think it's really funny because you know that Lucian learned that shit from Eris.
Oh, definitely. And then I was also thinking that Helion would love the movie Burlesque because it has Cher in it and Christina Aguilera. But like back in like 2010s. So like it was Christina Aguilera with her good alto voice.
Gosh.
And I mean, it's Burlesque. Cher in a corset. Helion would fangirl over her so much.
100%.
And then Tarquin would love Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia 2. He would love ABBA just in general. Mm-hmm. And then I was actually thinking,
it's so funny.
I was thinking that Tamlin would like Adam Sandler's 50 First Dates. Because the chick loses her memory and stuff, and so then Tamlin could just be there crying, just love him. But like that's because I do it too. But genuinely, I actually think that Tamlin would probably like. I think he'd be the type where if he had like kids, he would want them he'd watch the kid movies with them. He'd watch like the Barbie and all that stuff. Yeah.
He had the children's books.
Yes. Okay, this is even funnier.
He needs children.
I don't know where it is, but I made a list of like all of the High Lords minus Baron. So I just like said Eris was a High Lord. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, okay, if they all had daughters and they like even Thiessen like adopted
the next gen is going to be like half, like more than half daughters, 100%.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, okay, what if they're really super girl dads and they watch the Barbie movie? So I was thinking like, who would watch what? season would have Diamond Castle because the two main characters are the lesbian and bisexual colored flags, like with their outfits. And they're girls who are roommates and they don't go for the twin brothers. Like there is no romance at all. And then I think Tamlin would really like Fairytopia and Mermaidia and all that because it's butterfly fairies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, I know for a fact Azriel would probably Azriel and Gwyn would probably go for Princess and the Pauper.
Oh my god, stop
because
it.
of this because of the Cat's Meow song where it's and also the song that Erica when she is as Annalise and with King Dominic and they're singing If You Love Me for Me. I know for a fact Gwyn would sing that to Azriel all the time. And then I think
the Pegasus one is Illusion.
Yeah.
I showed
the
Magic
enemies to lovers thing.
Hold on.
I swear.
I showed Magic of Pegasus to Brennan. I've been having him watch some of the
You
Barbie
told
movies.
me that you told us this last
Yes. But now I'm telling our fans. I had my sweet, amazing boyfriend who is 27 years old watch some of the Barbie movies. And the personality of Aiden in Magic of Pegasus, especially if you watch the bloopers, where he puts on the fucking clown nose.
Dude, that's also Lucian. Yeah.
That is not just Lucian, that is Eris. And it's just like, yes, I have to act in this serious moment. You are ill, you are unconscious.
Yes.
Clown nose. I don't know what's going on, guys. Like, that's for sure them. That is for sure them. And then
my sister, I can see the resemblance.
Yeah. That is such an Eris and Lucian thing. And I like genuinely
like Barbie in that movie is so Elaine.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Tell me what to do. And
but
then
also keep in mind her older sister, who was like 16 years older than her, who then ends up still being 16 when she's not a horse anymore. Like that's definitely like a Farrah personality where she's like, I don't know what to do. Oh my god, wait, I have a choker with a bell, which means I can ring for more horses. And then Farrah's movie with Reese would be Island Princess, because what do you mean there's all those stupid, annoying sidekicks?
Yeah.
Because Cassian,
no offense, Morgan, Amrit.
No offense, Liv. But Cassian is that stupid elephant Tika.
I don't think I saw this movie.
Huh?
I didn't see this one.
Barbie and the Island Princess?
No!
I don't remember, but that sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
so the Island Princess, it's the sidekicks, there's a peacock.
Uh-huh.
There's a stupid little monkey. She's not like she's just like overly girl. Yes, honestly, Amryn.
Amryn.
And then there's a red panda. There's an elephant. Oh my god, there's other sidekicks.
More in Cassian.
Yeah. The peacock is definitely Cassian because he's all like, I'm the most beautiful.
Oh no, that is Reese. That is Reese, the lint on his clothing and shit.
True.
Yeah. Reese is a fucking peacock.
I was thinking more so that Reese was actually the main love interest because he's a colonizer.
That too. On the nose.
Because he goes to this island and he's like, oh my god, a woman who talks to animals? That's not weird at all. I'm gonna take you back to my kingdom. What?
Because that's like femme Tamlin and I don't like that.
You guys honestly rent the movie on like Amazon Prime or something.
I'm gonna rent it now that you say it. I literally just wrote it down. Barbie and the Island Princess.
And then the 12 Dancing Princesses, I think, would be Nesta's.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't need a man, but she would definitely have a daughter of hers watch the 12 Dancing Princesses and be like, hey, you don't have to like your sisters. You don't have to. But the dancing is the important part. I think that she would also like the Nutcracker because it's an actual classic ballet.
Love the Nutcracker Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then, oh my god, I'm trying to think of a couple other ones. Honestly, I think Reese would like Fashion Fairy Tale. It's a sort of newer one. It's from like the later 2010s, mid to late 2010s. and it takes place in Paris, and it's all about using little pixies basically to do child labor to make dresses sparkly and everything. And you're trying to get your aunt's fashion studio to not go down the drain because she sucks.
Oh no.
The Millicent's
So
fashion.
funny.
Yeah. And then the
Okay.
villain, yeah.
I have a fun little game for us.
Oh my god, I love games.
I love games too.
So Sarah did a rapid fire question type thing after the podcast interview
Mhm.
that Alex put up, and so some of the other podcasts have been doing it, and I wanted us to do it. I thought it would be fun. So they basically just ask random questions, and it's like, which Massiverse man would you choose?
Oh my god, I saw that,
Question.
yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I'm just like,
Do you want us to answer same time, or you ask?
Yeah,
we
what
can
do
do
you-
different times. We can do like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So someone to make your ex jealous.
And this is just Akatar, right?
No, all Massiverse.
All of SJM.
Mhm. Azrael.
So much for being nah. I wouldn't use him to make my ex jealous.
Cassian.
Not
Rude.
using, just someone who would make your ex jealous.
Oh, any of them? Any of them? But like, I probably would go for Rune. Like, genuinely,
Love
I'd probably
that
go for
makes
him.
a lot of
I
sense.
love
Because
Rune.
most of my exes couldn't afford tattoos and wanted them, or like they
Mm,
vaped and all that stuff, and like I think he smoked cigarettes or something. And so it's just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, so he's everything you're not.
Love that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
What'd you say, Olivia?
I think I said Cassian. Yeah.
Yes.
Cassian, yeah.
All right. Someone you would send a you up text to.
Helion. That's the answer. Helion, you up? Where do you need me?
Oh my god.
Tamlin. I'm like Tamlin.
Hunt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunt would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Hunt would be good.
He would
A
also
lot of
answer.
people said Ruin though, because he would be up too.
He
Yeah.
would so be up.
Rude would be at your door.
Right.
Helion would winnow into my bed.
Oh yeah, literally.
Um,
Tamlin would- I just want him to be up. I want him
Right?
to be
Yeah, well, that's the thing. A you up text, honestly, could be for getting laid, or could
Yeah.
genuinely just be like falling
Hey,
asleep
I'm
on
bored.
FaceTime or
Yeah.
something.
up. Yeah.
Someone to help you get revenge.
Azrael.
Oh my god.
'Cause
Yeah,
he's
Azrael.
Azrael's not
Azrael.
going to ask questions. He
Yeah.
doesn't care what the revenge is. It's going to be, all right, do you need me to kill them? Do you need me
Yeah.
to get blackmail? Or something else. And then you
Yeah.
could just pick one of those options, and then he'll plan it all out in like 3 seconds.
I agree with Maddie. Same. As is literally the person that would bury a body and like not question. He's like, yeah, let's do
Az
it.
And
wouldn't
then
just
he'd feel
bury
bad
a-
about it after.
Eh,
I
it
think I would
depends on what
probably
it
go
is.
I would go for Lorcan.
That's right, because what did Lorcan do?
Because what did Lorcan do?
Oh.
Someone to impress your parents.
Lucian.
Lucian.
Honestly, I was gonna go with Eris because he's a
Mm.
prince
Oh.
and he dresses really nice, and he would literally just like,
Or
Dance-
Dorian.
Dorian.
Bro, Dorian was
would
fighting
be
a
good.
possession for a
Cocky, though.
witch.
Yeah, not possessed Dorian.
Ew.
Regular
Oh
Dorian.
no, it would be possessed Dorian because I'd want my family to see him.
Do you know some other podcast? One of them said, Tamlin, my terrible taste in men is genetic.
Wait, okay, but that's actually
That
as
is
much
so
as we
funny.
might not like it, that is a genuinely funny answer, and I cannot hate them for saying that.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can't
well,
hate it.
Tamlin like looks the part. Like he looks.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
he does. And if it's
So
a
would
genetic
Lucian.
thing, all that matters is if they look the part.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, if I were to go with those, then I'd probably say Baron. Because he's an abusive piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't respect women.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
just based off
I-
my
yeah.
dad, though.
I would pick Lucian because he's very
But I honestly,
He's witty.
actually,
love.
going based off real
Yeah.
life, it
Yeah.
would be Azriel or Cassian because Brennan's like them. But
Yeah.
personally, Eris.
Yeah.
Because it's Eris.
Okay, someone to babysit your kids, Tamlin.
Tamlin.
Azriel.
Tamlin or, well, yeah. If it's just men, Tamlin. If it's anybody, Gwen.
If it's anyone,
Oh, I love that.
Actually, hot take here. If it's anyone, it's Amryn.
Because
I
Edna
love that.
mode.
because
Why?
keep in mind, she likes
Edna.
puzzles. She's gonna sit my kid down in a chair
Yeah.
and say, "You're gonna do this damn puzzle with me until your mother gets back."
Did you see Edna with Jack?
Yes, and I loved it.
And he
Because
coming
what do
through
you mean
fire.
you're gonna get all his energy out so I can sleep? Like,
I love it.
How the dad couldn't handle him. That's what he
Amryn
did.
loves things that fascinate her.
Yeah.
And genetically, autism runs in my family. She would be fascinated.
Or Fenris. Because he's very sweet and cute.
You know what? Kale.
Kale.
Kale would be an excellent choice, you guys.
I wanted
this
to
is where
see
you
him
might
as a
hate me.
daddy.
This is where you might hate me. Injured Kale. Wheelchair
I hate
Kale.
I hate that so much.
The reason I say
God.
that is because it would make him happier. Plus, I've seen how my grandmother is with my cat Penelope, and like her being in a wheelchair, like the cat like just made her just happier and stuff. And so being able to like just be like, "Hey Kale, I know that you're like, you know, maybe having a rough day. Can you watch my kid?" I would feel happier making him happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Because I wouldn't be
we
like,
think way too deep about these.
I know we do.
this isn't rapid fire.
It was supposed to be rapid fire.
But like I care about most of the characters. You know.
I know.
You know.
All right, Olivia, you're up first. Someone to add as your emergency contact.
I feel like Hunt. Hunt is like responsible and like will show up on time, and I would say Hunt.
Bryce would disagree with you in Hofas.
Would she?
But I digress. She was like, if you don't want to be here, then just don't be here. Like, they got into it.
She was so hard on
I loved
him,
her.
though.
I loved her. No, I loved it. Because he was being a little fucking pussy. Like, put your shit away until the planet is saved and then cry.
You
like,
might
shut
be
the
only
fuck
one
up
that
for
takes
5 minutes. Get it done and then break down. We don't have
I
time for
agree.
your breakdown right now.
I agree. Because I didn't like it when Pharaoh was having a breakdown about being mated to Reese.
Right?
In the middle of a war.
I mean,
like,
that's
come
true.
on, there's
like,
shit happening, guys.
valid.
Like, I genuinely
like, how
don't
could
like...
Rune put his shit away when his hand got cut off?
I know.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And you had been through it before.
That's more like emotional. He's kind of like... you know,
so,
he
yeah,
looks nice.
emergency contact.
I would choose Nesta.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look, that's a good
If
one.
it's everybody, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah,
If
but
it's
if it's men, then it would...
I would have to say Lorcan again because of the way that he saves you-know-who from you-know-what.
That's true. That's true. I would not choose him. I would choose...
I would not choose it. But, like, okay, emergency...
Honestly,
Okay,
I think I would...
I mean, Reese
I would choose...
come too, but he would,
I
like,
would say
have
Reese.
somebody else do it.
I think I would choose Tarquin.
Oh,
I think I would choose Tarquin because then he'd take me to summer court and he'd be like, "Hey,
Actually,
hot springs, do you want to just relax?"
Tamlin.
Yeah, Tamlin would
With
absolutely
anybody
be
to get
there.
me back. So
Yes.
Well, yeah, if you're giving him attention.
yeah, I can brush him. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Oh, the poor little Tamlin, you want some treats and a gold star.
I love him.
All right. What's the next
What's
one?
the next one? Hold on.
Well, while you're finding it, rapid fire question.
Yeah.
Which character do you think would be, like, female character, which one do you think would be a crazy cat lady?
Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen. Gwen comes off as one.
As is a shadow kitty, please.
You got that right.
100%.
Okay, someone to
100%.
be your +1 to a wedding.
That's real, because he'll get me out of there as soon as I want. You think I want to be at a wedding?
I don't want to be here. Azriel.
The only wedding I purely, like, I would actually enjoy would be my own.
Okay.
With Azriel.
Okay, I've wanted this. Okay, if the Nessian wedding happened and Gwen did go, do you think Azriel escorted her home?
I think Gwen would have been one of the bridesmaids. Keep in mind, if it's Nesta and Cassian, Gwen's a bridesmaid. Azrael's a groomsman.
They didn't ask her. It was so much. She was like, she might be able to leave the library for their wedding in 3 days. Come on, Gwen. You went to a sleepover at Emery's shop because they needed you. You're not going to go to her wedding?
You went to the blood rite for like a week.
Literally.
They don't need you that bad.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, I always wanted like a flashback of like Azrael escorting her home.
Oh, I love
just
that.
I mean, hell, he could literally just fly her up to the House of Wind, walk her down. To the
I
library.
love that.
Someone to be your alibi.
Azrael. Or actually Eris, because he spent so many goddamn centuries lying for more.
Someone to be your alibi?
Therian.
Therian?
Therian.
I love that.
Therian.
Therian would totally go with
It's
that.
been 4 years since I've heard that name.
That's literally so fucking funny. Oh my god, I forgot about
your alibi. He was an alibi. Come on.
He wasn't. Yeah, he was.
And Cormac. So was Cormac.
Cormac would totally be an alibi. Oh my god.
I love that. Oh, Therian, sup legs. And then, okay, even Ethan was like, we have to go to the astronomers. Tell nobody. He's like, all right.
Okay.
So you 100%.
I have no one to tell anyways, bud.
I know. I was gonna say Rhysand. Rhysand, he would like go with it. I know, man.
Hold on. We've only ever seen Rhys do anything as long as it benefits him. Why would he be
That's
your
true.
alibi?
I know. Why would he be
if
your
it's
alibi?
doing
He would sell
nothing
you
for
out.
him?
He would sell me.
Keep in mind,
You know what?
keep
You're right.
in mind, he helped Farah for the most part because he found out they were mates and he got laid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot fucking take.
Oh my god, no, you're
it
so
could also
right.
be like Rowan, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
but
if
he's
you tell
like
it to
a
him in
stickler
his
for
bird
rules.
form.
In his bird form.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, oh shit.
That's the thing though, he's a stickler for rules, but at the same time, like, I really think if you had enough justification.
Yeah.
Really? He would like go with it?
I really do think so.
Yeah.
Because he did also break rules.
Mm-hmm.
You could even blackmail him, just be like, hey man, you did that, I need you right now.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Someone to plan a romantic date.
Azrael, because he'll never get it wrong. Because
Yeah,
he's gonna memorize every allergy
that's
you
true.
have. He's gonna memorize all your favorite colors, your favorite
Yes,
foods, your
he
favorite
would.
flowers. He's going to pick out how you do your nails, what clothes you wear.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna tell you how to do your hair. He's gonna learn. He's the type of man who's gonna learn how to braid your hair and do your makeup because he wants you to have.
I feel like that would
but
be
he
a
doesn't want
little bit
someone else.
annoying, though.
Oh
Like,
God,
stop
no!
knowing
God,
every single
no!
little fucking
No,
piece.
I would love if Brennan did that because I. Why am I asking you what the weather is for our date? Which is funny because I'm actually like basically his little meteorologist.
Yeah.
But like Azrael is so meticulous. I would love for him to just basically be like a house husband. He does the cleaning.
At the same time, though,
cooking.
sometimes he acts naive. Like the necklace thing.
I mean, that was dumb.
because keep in mind he flirted with Morrigan for so many years.
Bro,
He doesn't. The thing is, I think
I'm gonna say
Azrael,
Tamlin because
Me
Will-O-Wisp
too!
and the Willow. I loved that.
I think Azrael can have sex. He doesn't know how to date.
Yeah.
He has no experience with courting or anything like that, but he can get down.
Yeah. He once he learns it, he'll be excellent. Once he figures it out.
Yeah.
He'll be
And
good.
I think Gwen will teach him of just like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you know, I would really like if this happened. And then he's like, wait a minute. She'd really like that. It has to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
And then she's like, bro, I meant like in a week or two. I've definitely done that a couple
Oh my
times.
gosh. Okay. So I just for the fucking fun of it, because that was the end of them, I typed in some on ChatGPT. I would do some rapid fire questions. So there's regular rapid fire, chaos edition, romantic edition, or slightly unhinged edition. Which one do we want to start with?
Unhinged.
Yeah. Unhinged.
There's only 5 of those, but
I'm
sure.
on this episode right now. It's unhinged.
Okay. Massiverse male who would commit a crime for you? Freeze.
Azrael.
You can't say Azrael for everything.
Yes, I can, because she said the same name for everything.
She did. That's true. Therian.
Said like the name 3 names. Actually, okay, wait, I will change my answer. Commit a crime for me would be Cassian.
Ooh, that's true.
Because all I'd have to do
summer
is
court
fucking...
building.
I
He
know,
was
I thought
probably
the same
flirting
thing.
with someone. Like
Dude,
Crusader.
it was probably a dare. He probably told Azrael, hey, check this out. I'm going to do it in front of these chicks over here.
Mm.
But, like, I could just give him some, like, fucking honey buns or some shit. Just be like, hey.
What do you think, Liv? Who would commit a crime for you?
Therian. I think Therian.
I mean, yeah, he jumped ship from the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Queen, so.
Yeah.
Who would lie to the authority for you?
Lucian.
So, like, lie to their
Reese.
High Lord for you?
I think Reese would just alter their minds.
I could see it.
He's
would
already
do
done
that.
it so many... I mean, he literally
no.
altered a High Lord's mind as the dude was dying so that he could be like, sorry, dude had no info.
Also, Eris
Yeah.
mixed truth and lies.
For sure, Eris too.
totally would.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go with Reese because I'd just be like, hey, those Daimai skills you have. Use them. Be useful for once
now
in
that I
your
already
life.
know Maddie's answer for all of these, who would kill someone who hurt you?
It'd be Azrael.
Azrael.
All of them.
Azrael.
Come
We all
on.
said
No,
it.
honest to God, most
You
of the
would.
males would definitely look at a human female and be like, hey, touch you, he dies. Because that's how SJM, if it's SJM men, she writes them all as if you get touched, he dies.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
But I mean, I would prefer it to be Azrael, Helion, or Eris. But all three of them would do it. I think Helion would probably be the most like nonchalant, and then Eris would just burn them alive, and then Azrael would just be like,
layered answers. This is rapid fire.
I don't care. I don't
Who
care.
would start a war for you? Cassian.
Reese.
Yeah, Reese.
Tamlin.
Reese literally almost.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
no. Tamlin wouldn't.
Well, Reese
No.
almost
Would've
started the
a
war
war
with
with Sarah, but he
Tamlin.
Yeah.
He literally kidnapped her from a wedding.
Yeah.
Now, albeit I was pissed off about the wedding, so I was kind of on everyone's side except for Ianthe's, but
I love how ChatGPT goes, do you want me to do 30 spicier ones? And then in parentheses it goes, Bookstagram loves these.
I love
spicier
ChatGPT.
ones, you say.
I love ChatGPT. Do it. Do it.
Oh my god. We didn't even get to the other ones yet. Okay, while that's loading, I'll do the other ones. Who would bring you coffee in bed every morning? Whew.
Tamlin.
Tarquin.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Iced
would.
coffee.
Well, that's the thing, because I don't drink coffee, so Tarquin would know that it's a specific tea from a specific place, and he'd always have it in stock.
Yeah.
And even if he wasn't bringing it himself, I know for a fact he'd either have Varian, Cressida, or Cressida, whatever, or some like a servant bringing it too. Of just like a hey, couldn't be there, because he's just a nice guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yes.
Who would start a bar fight to defend your honor?
Cassian.
Yeah,
Would he
100%.
Because he didn't
Cassian's
start a fight
alcoholic.
to defend
Yes, he
Nestas
would.
and Illyria.
Okay, but that's different.
They're like, burn the swords, and he's like, ooh, doo, doo, doo.
That's different.
Same. I agree with
Bar
Maddie.
fight.
I genuinely think that Cassian would not hesitate to start a bar fight, because it's one thing to
100%.
try. He's not going to go against Illyrians.
But for your
because they're-
honor, like he would in general, just for fun anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
But if I look him in the eyes and I say, hey, either you start the
Do
fight
it.
or I do, he'd be like, oh,
Okay.
shit. Let's go. He'd do that
Yeah.
Henry Cavill, like the pump of the arms
Yeah.
to like, yeah.
who would write you love letters? Tamlin.
Tamlin.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Longer answer. Tamlin would not write me love letters. Tamlin would write me dirty limericks.
Poetry.
Yes.
I would wake up every morning with a new dirty limerick right
I
next to
feel
my
like-
pillow.
I feel like Eris, sneaky.
I
sneaky.
think Eris would just whisper it in my ear.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of, it's my headcanon.
He's
But-
a prince. He doesn't really
Like
need
him,
to...
but like him with like Gwen's mom, I feel like if they did have like a thing, even if he was supposed to go back under the mountain, he would have like left her love letters to like read while he was under there. And it's really
Eris, I love you.
Yay. Now that I'm sad. Who would burn the world down if someone hurt you? Well, Reese thinks he would.
Eris.
Reese.
Burn the world
I could
down.
see Eris.
Fucking Eris.
Eris.
Eris was
Cormac,
set
look
fire.
what they did to Sophie. He's like, fuck you, bitches.
Actually, I think
Yeah.
Rune also would.
100%.
Yep. Who would get jealous but pretend he's not?
Reese. He literally did it. He literally did it.
He did.
In the
With
books,
Cassian too. And Cassian wasn't doing anything. He's like, don't fuck him then.
But
Like,
that's the thing. In the books, he literally tells Farrah, "Yeah, I was jealous, but if you wanted to be happy and marry him,
lies. You still showed
no,
up.
bitch. You still wanna." Yeah, that's my foot, Thor. Please stop licking it.
Who would absolutely cry during a sad movie? Oh,
Who would cry during a sad movie?
Tharian.
I feel like
No,
Or
Az
maybe
wouldn't- I think Az would feel like he's gonna cry, but then he'd be sitting there like, "I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry."
I feel like
Cassian
he would
hold it
not
over my
one
head.
tear.
Okay,
Maybe one tear and then
Layered
a
answer.
shadow would get it away.
Yeah,
I think if it had something to do with losing loved ones, Ethan.
I love Ethan. I know I was gonna say him.
I think if it's a sad movie, most of the sad movies people cry about have animals. So then I would definitely say Tamlin because he'd be probably thinking of his beast form and also
it would be like Bryce if it was because Syrinx almost died.
Oh my god!
No, wait! I swear to God, there's a scene where Bryce is talking about a sad movie or something.
Yeah, I think so.
She also talked about the Jelly Jubilee or whatever too.
Yes,
100%. But she's not a male character. Yeah,
Jelly Jubilee. Yeah. Who would accidentally flirt with everyone? Tharian, but it wouldn't be accidental.
Helion.
Wait, no, hold on. Helion
never not accidental.
No, Helion would purposely go up to you and say, "Hey, I would like to sleep with you."
Hello, he did with Nesta. She's like,
he did with Nesta in the inner circle. He just is like, "Hey, so when we do."
Who would accidentally flirt?
I think
Tamlin.
No,
your hair is clean.
Lucian would Lucian.
Lucian would
a Jurian maybe.
Honestly, I do think it would be Azrael too because I feel like he'd be
because he's just so hot that everything's flirty.
Well, no, I think
he'd say hi, and I'd be like,
I actually think that with Gwen or something, we're gonna see a scene where he's like, "You're very pretty," and then he's gonna be like, shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
this is probably one of my favorite questions. I love this one. Who would get banned from family game night for cheating? Reese. You would just change everybody's.
Okay, I have two answers for this.
That's
Farrah.
I have two answers for this because it's male characters. I think Jurian.
Okay.
But my other answer, he wouldn't get caught. Azrael. Azrael would definitely no. That's the thing.
It's like a cheater.
Azrael would cheat at battleship because a shadow would just be behind somebody whispering everything. He'd cheat at Uno because he'd fucking hide cards. He'd just sleight of hand. Yeah. And I mean, there's this one game called Apples to Apples.
I love that.
I am so good at
Cards Against Humanity. I always win during
Basically,
Christmas.
I love Cards Against Humanity.
I always win against my family. And
guys,
some of the funniest
idea. We need to do an ACOFAF Girls Cards Against Humanity.
Wait, Cards Against Prithian.
Cards Against Prithian night. We need to do a game night.
I will totally do game night.
We definitely need to. We need to also.
Do we do it live? We should do it live with.
I think we should. I think we should.
Actually,
I can grab those cards now.
Oh my god, Olivia. That's what we have to do for our birthday celebration.
What?
A game
Cards
night?
Against Prithian live. Mel and Liv's birthday celebration.
I can send the link for the specific place that I got my set.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even that expensive to get the whole expansion packs either.
Yeah.
But we could just do base game. It's so funny.
Yes. Well, I have the online one, but I have to get the actual one.
The online one?
Yeah, there's an online one where you can play with people online.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we can play online whenever. I have the link.
What do you mean? Send me the link. What do you mean?
Yeah, I have the link. It's a digital one. You can add friends and stuff.
Fuck, we need to do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, we get.
Okay. Liv, you go. Me and Mel keep talking.
Liv, hold on.
Okay.
One more.
You need to do some spicy ones first.
Okay, let's do like 2 or 3.
Okay.
3, because it's a good number.
I like it.
Okay, the third one is like obvious. That's too obvious to even do.
Just pick 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
pick 3 questions.
Okay. Who would pretend to be annoyed at you but secretly love your chaos?
Out of
Eris.
the men,
Eris.
Lucian.
That's
He gets
good
annoyed
one.
at Farah, but still gives her a fucking dagger.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. Who would say you're playing a dangerous game but mean it?
Azriel, Eris, Tamlin,
Rowan.
Rowan.
Rune would meet it as a flirty threat.
Who would pull you into the dark corner at a party?
Azriel.
Azriel.
No, I think he would be too embarrassed.
No, actually, Eris.
Yeah.
With
Nessa.
I could so see it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
balance.
Yeah. Who would kiss you just to prove a point?
Cassian.
Yes, I agree.
And then counterpoint, if it was a female, it would be Nesta.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, keep in mind what they do at the breakfast table to prove a point.
Yes.
Hey, they're made for each other.
So true.
Oh my god.
Just one.
All right, who would pull you onto his lap in public without warning?
Reese, because he literally did it in the room.
Reese.
Cassian, he would do it in a bar. Eris to prove a point. Not in front of his father, though. Tarquin would do it on one of his fancy yachts on summer solstice.
Tamlin on the throne.
Oh my god, stop. Tamlin on the
Tamlin at Calamai.
Okay, who would tease you all night in public?
Reese.
Yeah,
Azriel.
Reese.
Well, Reese is fucking a weirdo.
I think Azriel would do it with his shadows.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
Through teasing, nobody knows it's happening. So he'd just brush by and a shadow would come along and just be like, well, hello there.
Okay, Gwen.
Shut up!
Gwen. I can't wait for that shit to happen in canon. Like, I need them to be so fucking flirty.
I think you mean freaky.
Who would push you up against the door the second you're alone?
Azriel. You'd be teasing him
Cassian
and
you'd
be pissing him off and he'd just be like, what the fuck? I can't do this in public.
Okay, what about like Crescent City or
Crescent City?
Ethan
or Rune, because there are many things Rune will not do in front of people.
Yeah.
And then Tog.
Cormac, he had all those packs of red underwear.
I love this.
Stop reminding me of that. Stop.
I know. I love it.
Wait. Hold on. Hot take. Cassian also has red underwear.
Yes. Einar from his meetings, his quick little meetings. It would be Einar, Olivia.
Stop. Don't get me all excited. Einar.
Just edited that episode. It's so good.
Is it funny?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The way that you said that, his quick little meetings.
Yep. Yeah, in season 2, Rune comes into his office.
Honestly,
he comes out of like this little room. His hair is all messed up, and the front of his shirt is like unbuttoned weirdly. And Rune is like, and he's like, "Why are you interrupting my meetings, boy?" And he's like, "Is that what you're calling it these days?"
Yeah.
I mean,
it was hot.
I was just gonna say Rowan from Tog, because I'm pretty sure he and Aelin do that.
It's like Einar just wants to get the job done. He's just gonna,
he does.
He's just gonna.
You know what? I think that tops a lot of things that I've said.
I mean, that's why he matched so well with an 18-year-old Ember. Like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I forgot that she was 18.
Yep. And he's like 200 and something. Yeah.
Hey, that's not as bad as a 500-year-old with a 19-year-old.
Well, Yeah, 300 and something. I don't know. Whatever. Um, who? Okay, you're gonna fucking say Azrael.
All right, last one, and then I'm gonna go.
Who would look calm on the outside but be absolutely feral underneath?
I have a list.
I know there is.
Yeah,
a
I
list.
know. There's
Like all of
Azrael,
them?
Helion, Tarquin, Eris, Lucian, Tamlin,
Hunt,
Jurian.
Rune,
yeah.
everyone.
Rowan,
All of
I'm
them.
just going Akatar. I mean, hell, I bet Thiessen and his boyfriend.
I love Thiessen.
I'm
I love Thiessen.
not finishing that sentence.
Okay, I feel bad. I've said this before. I feel so bad that Thiessen has to do a great right with a woman.
Wait, does he have to do it? Does he have
They
to do
all
it?
have great rights. Yeah. Where
Then
like
what
you have
the
to choose
fuck
maiden.
is
Yeah.
Reese's great right?
Probably just with fucking Pharaoh, or he makes Kier do it.
Wait, no. What if the great right is Starfall?
Maybe.
Because then he doesn't actually have to perform
the lands with magic. I have no idea. Because Lucian's like, yeah, all of the High Lords have to do their great rights and yeah.
But Pharaoh was with Reese for over a year, and we never got mention of a great right. Unless that's
because Sarah is like continuity. It bothers me. But also because Tamlin was able to choose Lucian to go in his stead one year, I feel like he's just like, oh, Kier, do it. Kier's like, all right, my wife's a fucking asshole anyway. I'll just fuck somebody. Like,
I wonder how many step siblings or half siblings that Moore has.
She has 2.
Oh no, she probably has more.
Well, she probably has more.
There's just 2
but
that we
it's like,
sort of know about.
the 2 blonde males that looked like her cousins or brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet Reese is a cousin and he has black hair.
I think okay, your answer's gonna be Liv's answer is gonna be Reese's dad. Because I did a drawing of him with the blonde hair and the purple.
Oh my god, he's so hot, Maddie. You have to see him. Holy shit.
I've seen it. I've seen it. And as terrible as Reese's dad was, he would be so much nicer. I bet he'd have a better personality as a blonde.
Yeah.
100%. But he was so hot.
Because Reese takes after his mom, not his dad. He never said he took
his mom
after
was
his
hot
dad.
too.
And his mom was a hot Illyrian bitch. Like,
yeah, 100%.
And vicious.
I mean, all right, girls, I gotta get going.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Who would lean down and whisper something that makes your brain short circuit?
Tamlin.
All of them.
All of them.
There's all of them.
I think I literally saved it in my highlights as like cards or something stupid. I did. Cards Against Prithian. It's okay, here it is. Picturecards.online/whatever. And then you have to just like fix the deck. Like pick the deck and everything.
But yeah, no, I actually, for my birthday, I think 2 years ago, I got, let me grab it, because I got the entire
I have
set,
no one
and
in
I'm
my
waiting
life
for
to play it with, so it kind of sucks. But you know what? Maybe I can rope some of my family into playing it with me and Olivia if she comes here for my Halloween party.
I'm gonna get Brennan to do it. I already told him.
I
already told him. That's the thing. I have Battleship. I have other stuff. But yeah, no, I have the OG. That's fine. I have the OG. The Real Housewives of Prithian. That's a good card.
Of course.
Then, what did Rhysand offer the High Lords in exchange for loyalty? Hold on. I'm just gonna pick. This is a question from
Picks of his tiny ass wingspan.
Hold on.
And they'd be like, "The fuck is this, bro?"
It's gonna be really funny. Let me just find a fucking card.
If you can pull one out. Say it. Just show the camera. Just say it.
Let me just ask the question again. What did Rhysand offer the High Lords in exchange for loyalty? 2 pumps chump Tamlin.
Oh my God. Yeah, because he's jealous.
I mean, yeah. Hold on. Let me do another card. Oh, this one's funny. Kneel before me, for I am the High Lord of the Lady Autumn's fertile vagina.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? It's these are how the cards are.
As the verse male would leave the most marks after a makeout section.
We got proof that Tamlin is a biter.
Hell yeah.
Azrael would leave hickeys, but in hidden places that only he'd be able to see.
Baron would just be like bruises everywhere. Like
Cassian would leave bruises because he gets too rough and handsy. But yeah. Baron he's just an abuser. We're not even putting him in the list.
He's just an abuser. Which male would snap first if you teased him all night?
Honestly, it would not be Azrael because he'd play the long game of like, oh, you want to do that dumb shit? You're not getting anything for a month. And then you'd be suffering.
The thing is, it's like we didn't see how Tamlin would react to that, like when he wasn't possessed on calendar.
I have a bit of a fan canon that he might actually be a little nervous with it.
Yeah.
Like,
especially because of like his history with Amarantha.
If a female is that bold and you're like doing all that, I think he'd be like, I don't want to cross a line. I don't know what to do. Because keep in mind, Lucian had to teach him how to flirt with Farah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, that's how rough it is.
He was like very out of practice.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've had warriors, I've had princesses, like.
Have you?
A long time ago.
Yeah. It's probably been like 300 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he probably had them when he was probably with them when he was still
like the princess was definitely Lauren.
Yeah, but he probably was with them when he was still in his father's, war band. War group, whatever it is.
Yeah, the war band.
Yeah.
100%. Who would enjoy if you stole his jacket or weapons? Lucian.
Lucian would definitely be fine with it.
Elaine has his jacket from Akamath still.
Yeah.
And he never asked for it back. He just bought a new one. Did you realize that he bought a new one?
Yeah.
That was the same color. There was like he had
a new one, the exact same.
He's like, she didn't know if he had one that was already just like it. Like, no, he just bought a new one instead of asking for it.
I honestly,
poor baby.
Which is really funny because with how Prithian is, that means he had to go to someone, tell them to make it the exact same way. Probably paid double for that to get it quickly.
Instead of just asking Elaine if he can have it back.
I think that he's a little intimidated by Elaine.
Oh, yeah. She's so pretty. She's supposed to be so pretty. Everybody wanted her. Highburn wanted her. The Cauldron wanted her. Grayson wanted her.
And no, keep in mind, even Farah was like, as a human, she was gorgeous, stunning. Ethereal, and then as a fae, she said she was like devastating.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Like she literally was already ethereal.
Yeah, and Lucian's already like insecure with his eye and stuff.
Which, like, bro.
It's so sad.
Bro. Actually, with his eye, because his eye can see magic and stuff, do you think he can actually see a physical bond between them?
Maybe if he looks hard enough.
Like if he were to actually
probably not on like a normal day, but if he actually like honed in on it. Like, so he tugged at the end of it, so he had to have been able to see it. Remember?
Yeah.
He's like, I got to her end and like I pulled on it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I would think so. Most of these are like so obvious. Who would say you're playing with fire and mean it? Eris. 100% Eris.
Playing with fire?
Yeah. Or Cormac. They're the same person. They're father and son. I'm not letting it go.
Person.
They are.
So they would both say it. I actually think that Cassian would say it, but not to mean like physical fire. I think he'd mean like his rage.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind how he and Nesta are, like, they have angry sex.
Yeah. It's
I don't and as someone who has done that, it is not healthy. And is actually like it takes a toll. Oh, they're not.
But this is why I'm pissed off at Sarah. Because I understand if you're hyping him up as this really amazing love interest, so you're going to kill him off. That makes sense. If
Then
she's
do
hyping
it.
him up and saying they're perfect mates and then they just stay together,
Yeah.
I cannot think of a worse possible result for Nesta.
That's her saying that it's okay for a man to put a female down.
Or to choose his brother over her.
That's gay.
Yeah, every fucking time. Can we talk about Amarantha for a second?
Absolutely.
Because,
Which part of Amarantha?
well, her guards in particular.
Which ones?
I know, right? I've read this fucking 13 times. And again, I'm still finding shit. So I went back. I forget what I was looking up, but I was looking up something to make a point on Instagram.
Of course, as you always do.
As I always do. And I was like reading over the scene where like Reese is like telling the guards like, "Oh, you can't touch her anymore, or I'll fucking skin you alive," or whatever the fuck it was. And I took a screenshot. And do you remember that Asriel Amarantha's sigil was a sleeping dragon?
Yeah.
And like nothing ever really came of that, which was weird.
Yeah.
So
also, why was her main guard the adder?
right?
Like I honestly was a little confused at that. Also, what do you mean there's only one fucking adder?
Yeah. I mean, there was a whole host
well, yeah,
of
there's a
them
whole bunch
later,
of them. But the one that was under the mountain is also the one that invaded Valaris? What kind of lucky shot is that for Farah to kill it and get back at it? How did she even know it was the same one?
That was a lucky shot. Yeah,
Yeah, because
honestly.
it was lucky. Like,
yeah.
How I don't even know how to.
All right, so this is when like she's doing the chore or whatever, and then he comes in.
Yeah.
And whatever. He picks a fleck of dust off his black jacket. What else is new? The lentil thing. So it says, the guards grabbed for me, but he bared his teeth in a smile that was anything but friendly, and they halted. No more household chores, no more tasks, he said, his voice an erotic caress. And then it says, their yellow eyes went glazed and dull, their sharp teeth gleaming as their mouths slackened. Are they dragons? Are they dragons?
Honestly, I don't think they're dragons. I think they're some kind of dragon-born breed.
Like Ilkins?
I don't know. I can't remember what that is. But I was thinking
they were like adders, I think, but yeah.
I was thinking there's actually for D&D, there's a hold on, I can find a picture.
Tell the others to stay out of her cell and don't touch her. If you do, you're to take your own daggers and gut yourselves. Dazed, numb nods, then they blinked and straightened. I hid my trembling.
In D&D, this is a dragonborn. This is what I was picturing. So I was seeing them as something like that because we don't really get more of a description.
I was like, yellow eyes. Like, what else? Like,
the only other thing I could think with yellow eyes, because usually that is a dragon or a wyvern or something, I was thinking sort of cat-like. Where they might even have the
because the only other
pupils.
Person with yellow eyes was like Andrus in wolf form, but that was it.
Yeah, but that's
But I was like, that was really weird because she has like the dragon sigil. We never went back to that.
I mean,
Eric,
there's
can
also
we go back to things, please?
Did we ever see what Hybern's actual sigil was either?
No. But he had the gray uniforms, which were the exact same as the Imperial uniforms of the Asteri.
Yeah.
Because that commander in the war was literally
Amryn usually wears silver and gray.
She does?
So that also fits into her whole Asteri thing.
I know.
Girl, you've been connecting those dots for years, and I'm just now. Do you wanna?
Okay, you've read all of Tog, right?
Mm-hmm. I haven't read it since 20. When did the last book of Tog come out?
2021?
Yeah, so I read it then.
Or maybe end of 2020. I think Kingdom
Somewhere around
Crash came
there.
out before Akasif. But it was
I
around the same time.
read the first two ACOTAR before I got into the Throne of Glass series. And then I got through all of Throne of Glass, then read the, last books of ACOTAR, then waited for Silver Flames
I
to
had
come
to do
out.
it so choppy because of Crescent City. So I did all of ACOTAR.
Yeah, I had read everything and then Crescent City came out and I was like, damn.
Yeah. I did all of ACOTAR, CC1, CC2, the first 5 of TOG,
Yeah.
CC3.
Are you still working through
And
TOG?
I'm on the last 3 of TOG. I'll finish before October.
Will you?
I know what happens.
I mean,
But
yes, you know what
yes,
happens.
I'm not
but
going to be a hypocrite. I will read
It's
it cover to cover.
the thing is, you know what happens, but it's different when you read it.
I know.
Because I
said before, I'm literally just so fucking sick of descriptions. Like, I don't.
the only book by
No.
SJM that was not spoiled for me before Crescent City came out, because that's different because I wasn't online really at all when I
I
started
read
getting those.
ACOTAR 1 in a night, and I remember
Yeah,
it was like I was at my parents' for some reason, I forget.
Yeah.
And I stayed up all night reading, and I hated myself the next morning.
The only SJM book that I did not have spoiled to me, excluding Crescent City series, was Silver Flames. There were multiple people spoiling all of Throne of Glass, all of ACOTAR to me, telling me basically everything about
was
Frost
spoiled,
and
but I
Starlight.
didn't really care.
So those people stopped being my friends, because I genuinely got mad at them. And then get this, I read the first 3 Throne of Glass. So, well, okay, technically the first 4, Assassin's Blade, then the first 3. I read all of those without sleeping in 2 days.
Oh my God.
Literally from like 8 p.m. one night to 8 p.m. the next day, and then another 24 hours after that. Like, I just didn't sleep for basically 2 nights. And then
I did so tonight, actually, I was, I was going back to I was just thinking of Duskcourt shit.
Yeah.
And so obviously on the podcast, I had said a million times before that I didn't really have any solid proof, but I was super convinced that Damaris was Truth Teller, and Truth Teller was just like a reforged Damaris. Like they reforged it, in Prithian, made it a dagger. So I put this in the group earlier, but you were asleep. But I took a screenshot. I said, okay, so the Star Sword and Gwydion are the same thing, right? So the Star Sword and Truth Teller are twins, right?
Yeah.
So the Star Sword in CC2 crackles with lightning when Hunt throws his magic into it, and then and Bryce when she kills the Underking's hounds. She like stabs them and it's like crackling with lightning, right? Now in Crown of Midnight, Damaris crackles with lightning when Aelin throws her magic into it to attack the demons to close the portal.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so the Underking and those demons are similar. Okay. And then I said, Damaris was a golden sword at first, but when it was used to kill the Veld King, Erewhon, it turned black.
Yeah, and
the whole thing turned black.
Truth Teller is an obsidian blade, right?
I said it can kill anything. It killed a Veld King. Truth Teller is a black blade that sucks up the light, which means the Underking and Vesperus were Valg, because it also killed Vesperus. And so the Asteri and the Valg have to be the same. And then I said, I think the Asteri dipped them into the cauldron not only to like reforge Truth Teller, but to probably try to like reset them before, so like they could wield them, because once they're whatever, they can't wield them. And I said instead it made them more powerful again. Now they are used in tandem to kill the Asteri and open the black holes, which could have been what Aelin actually opened and not a hell realm.
Shit.
We got no solid proof that it was actually a hell realm. She just thought it was a hell realm because she had found the one in the library of the Glass Castle before.
Yeah.
Right?
And she was just comparing it to what she knew.
Yeah. We didn't have like any like demons snapping at the gods or anything. Like, it was just, they just went in and screamed, which is very much like the Asteri when they were thrown into the black hole by Bryce. So I said, Truth Teller had unholy darkness because it was stained permanently by the black Valg blood of Erewhon when it killed him. That is why it's Gwydion's opposite, who has, the holy light or whatever. I said, but also, if Gwydion and Truth Teller / Damaris, I guess, are yin yang, Gwen and Azriel are also yin yang. So I said Azriel is Shadow's darkness and has Truth Teller. Gwen is light, kind of aura. And I said, what if she ends up with Gwydion? And also Gwydion.
I mean, even ignoring.
And she glows.
No, that's the thing. Even ignoring.
Ignoring that.
What if she just is Gwydion?
What if she just is Gwydion?
Like, what if she is just a personification of it?
They could literally
because
just be the actually of the blades too.
That's the thing too. If you look into how most authors write, I mean, even if you just
mirrors,
use a blade, what people say is that when you have a good balanced blade and everything, and you swing it, it sings.
Yeah.
So Gwydion sings.
Yep.
So her and Azriel
which does happen in the caves of Nesta. It sings through the air. Yeah.
But it could just be that Gwen and Azriel are the yin and yang, and they are the personified embodiments of the swords.
Yes.
Which means, oh, get this, they're fucking perfect mates.
Yeah. And I said, Gwen was the one who's singing, but maybe it wasn't the singing, maybe it was her glow that lured Nesta to the harp to find the final piece of the Dread Trove, which was then used, obviously, to, help Bryce and everything.
Yeah.
Also, I said, and side note, Cormac has the fire and the shadows, and he wholly believed he was going to be chosen for the Star Sword. So I said, I think it simply took the long way around. But instead of the Star Sword, I think, Nesta has Ataraxia, Azriel has Truth Teller, I think Gwen is going to have Gwydion, Emery is going to have the dagger that was originally given to Eris, and then we have the Kingmaker sword that Rhys still has. And who is going to get the Kingmaker sword?
Nesta made?
Yeah. And who is going to get the Kingmaker sword but the King of the Dust Court, which I very much hope is Cormac.
Actually, what if SJM just did a thing where it's not a king, and because of Nesta being called Queen of Death and
she's gonna be the queen,
a witch. Yeah. But
I mean her chosen
But king. No, that's the thing. I think Nesta would be the type where she's like, no, I'm the king.
I'm the queen. You're my consort. Consort.
No, I don't think there are certain there are in some books too, but there's I think even in Arcane, there's a queen who was like, no, I'm the fucking king. That's my title. I am king. It doesn't matter what's under my dress or anything. So I wouldn't put it past Nesta to do that. Yeah, she's just the king. There is no queen. Cool. There is no consort. She is the king. She has the Kingmaker sword. Nice. Because get this, the king made the sword.
Yeah.
As in her.
Kingmaker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would be so cool. But yeah, I was like, so yeah, that kind of proves my theory that Truth Teller is a reforged Mars. They have the same powers, literally truth telling. Is it warm when they lie and cold, or cold when they tell the truth, or whatever?
One of them. Truth Teller is always cold. Azriel is always cold. Truth Teller's always cold.
No. I mean when he's using it in
when he's using it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's warm.
When Bryce lied, I think it got cold, and then when she told the truth, it got warm.
I was going to say, I would assume it would be the opposite.
Is it the opposite?
The blade burns you when you lie.
Oh, so I really fucking hope he didn't name it after Moore. Can I just say that?
I honestly don't think he did, because hasn't he had Truth Teller for honestly a little longer than he's known Moore?
We have no idea.
Because he worked.
That's going to be part of the book, because we have no idea how, where, or when he got it.
My whole thing is how, it's just Azriel worked for Rhys's father first.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell Rhys's father let Azriel anywhere near Morrigan. Because that stuff with Eris didn't happen until after that shit.
Also, I love how Sarah calls herself out. Rhysand, he'd called himself, the one who looked so much like Rune. It couldn't be a coincidence. Sarah. Okay, I don't know if I've done a deep dive on this. I forget. It might have been 2 seasons ago. If so, I apologize. Can we just talk about what Amren fucking tells them in this fucking book?
Which thing?
Even just... First of all, I love how Rhys looked like a villain in this book so much.
Yeah.
Villain Rhys was top tier.
Actually,
I'm like, this is him.
Yeah, that's the thing. SJM does write some pretty good villains.
Yeah.
And I don't think that SJM would write Rhys as a villain just for Nesta to be seen as a bitchy older sister.
Yeah, right?
Because keep in mind, the only reason Nesta was bitchy about Lucian is because Elaine was traumatized and was like, you cannot force this shit on her. But with Rhys specifically, she was like, no, I fucking hate you. She pointed her death finger at Tamlin, at the King of Highburn. Like, you'd think that her doing that to Tamlin would get her and Rhys to be besties. No. They genuinely hate each other because, honestly, I so relate to Nesta, where it's like, everyone hates her.
Yeah.
But all the people who hate her are the ones who are terrible themselves.
Yep.
Because Elaine loved her. Papa A understood. She was actually liked by people in their village and stuff. She was seen as a popular socialite.
I do really hate how Sarah was like, this was not a male to be fucked with. None of these people were, but this one, authority rippled off of him as if he was the entire axis of this place, a king of some sort then.
I mean, she's not wrong, though. Because Rhys does make it all about himself because he likes to preen in front of mirrors and everything has to be about him and to appease him. He's the peacock from Island Princess.
There's a prophecy in my world about the sword and a missing knife. When they're reunited, so will the Fae of Midgard be. And then, like, okay, she's like, the sword sensed the dagger and brought me to it. And then, like, Azriel laughed at her. Poor Azriel. Yeah. And then she's like, how had he understood without Rhys translating? Perhaps he could simply read her body language. No, Rhys was telling him in his head. Come on.
No, but at the same time, I think his shadows. Because remember, his shadows talk in a language no one understands. I honestly think that his shadows speak an ancient language.
Yeah.
Like the ancient language. So that, because his shadows help him.
But then they were like, oh, well, he didn't understand the old language when Amren and Bryce were talking. So I was like, huh? So then which fucking language?
Hiding it. I think it's...
Yeah, because here he, like, laughed quietly and she's like, how did he understand? Like,
and it wasn't, because Rhys would not have purely translated it like that.
Which she's like, oh, Rhys is probably translating. Yeah. He's like, you're lying about what you tell us.
That, honestly, that is a smart move because the more defensive you get, the more, it's like, oh, you are lying about shit.
I watched my mate and my brother get captured by a group of intergalactic parasites. I have no interest in doing anything except finding a way to help them. Rhys looked to the warrior who nodded, not taking his gaze off Bryce for so much as a blank. Well, that is true, at least. So, like, Truth Teller is doing something there. Yeah, I don't pry where I'm not willingly invited. You liar.
What?
You liar. And then she was like, code of mind speaking ethics. You've encountered this method of communication before. May I look in your memories to see for myself? No, you may not. And then Amren was mad at that. She was like, just fucking do it. Shut the fuck up, bitch. So your sword has been in your world for 15,000 years, brought by my ancestor, Queen Thea. Or Peleus, depending on what propaganda is being spun. You know of them? And then, because Amren stiffened, and she's like, you know of them, and Amren says, no one has spoken those names here in a very, very long time. So, Amren never brought them up when they were talking about Theon in Akasif. You fucking liar. She said, they once ... dwelled here. Amren said carefully. Yeah, because she wants to keep her secrets. It says, silence again. Azrael spoke in their own language, and Reese translated. Perhaps Reese had been translating for Azrael mind to mind the last few minutes. He says we have no such stories about our people migrating to another world. Amren let out a small choked sound. Reese turned slowly, a bit incredulous. Do we? He asked smoothly. Wouldn't you know? If you have your dad's book of whatever and he taught you the old language for a reason.
Yeah.
I also think maybe their ancestors were trying to like bury the history the same way Celine did.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And just like didn't teach anyone anything. But Kier knows.
Yeah.
And Baron has to know. Kier knows.
Kier for sure knows.
Because he cringes away from Truth Teller.
But also keep in mind, Kier is the steward of the Court of Nightmares. Yeah. There's no way you can pull all the stupid, dirty tricks you pull and keep that position.
Yeah.
Unless there's a reason.
Mm-hmm. Amren picked at an invisible speck of lint on her silk blouse. Sarah, can we stop? Yeah. It's murky. I went in before ... That's a lie. But when I came out, there were rumors that a great number of people had vanished as if they had never been. Some said to another world. Others said they'd moved on to distant lands. Still others said they'd been chosen by the cauldron and spirited away somewhere. They must have gone to Midgard, led by Thea and Peleus. And then Amren holds up a hand. We can hear your myths later, girl. No, you just don't want Reese to know the whole history.
Yeah.
What? Reese is like, you want to go to hell to find this Prince Adis. Why didn't she say Thanatos? It drives me nuts. She made herself meet his star-flecked stare. She'd taken on the Asteri and Archangels and Fae Kings and walked away. She'd take him on too. Just like her mom.
Yeah.
Just like her mom. We will not torture it from you, nor will I pry it from your mind. If you choose not to talk, it is indeed your choice, precisely as it will be my choice to keep you down here until you decide otherwise. Reese, I don't know what dictionary you are reading. That is called an ultimatum. That is not a choice. Oh, tell us or we'll starve you.
Yeah.
That's not a choice. It says, stars winked out in Rhysand's eyes. Can we expect any others to arrive here from your world? That's an odd question, Rhys.
I mean, he's a High Lord.
After his eyes are dark? Okay.
Okay. Imagine if it was Tamlin and someone just shows up from another world. And then, as a High Lord, you do have to look into it as, am I going to need to expect that other people are going to come here with weapons, chasing after this person, destroying things? Yeah. And even with his eyes going dark, I do think it was him going from being the amused, playful, nonchalant, whatever, to being the the actual serious, I genuinely need to protect a court. Yeah. And that is the only time you will ever hear me justify his actions. That is the only time, because I'm thinking of it in a political sense, not in a he's a fucky character.
So Bryce says the Asteri are ancient, tens of thousands years old. Hybern's niece and nephew are like, we're thousands years old, girl. Branna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Asteri. That's why. Her captors didn't reply. Also, captors. I love that. I love how the turntables. Her captors.
I love how the turntables.
The turntables. Her captors didn't reply, didn't so much as blink. Fine, insane old age wasn't totally nuts to them. They arrived in my world 15,000 years ago. No one knows from where. What do you mean by arrived? Rhysand asked.
Same way I arrived.
Right?
They just showed up.
I have no idea how they first got to Midgard. The history they spun was that they were liberators, enlighteners. According to them, they found Midgard little more than a backwater planet occupied by non-magical humans and animals. The Asteri chose it as the place to begin creating their perfect empire, and creatures and races from other worlds soon flocked to it through a giant rip between worlds called the Northern Rift, which now only opens to Hell, but it used to open to anywhere. Amryn pushed a rip. How does that happen? Beats me.
The one
no one's
who
ever
came
figured out
through
how
a
it's
rip.
even possible, why it's at that spot in Midgard and not others.
Yeah.
The rift. Amryn went through the rift.
Yeah, I mean, she literally did admit she fell through the world through like a tear in the sky or something. She got pushed through by her father.
And then she tells them that like they're parasites and stuff.
Yeah.
Amryn's like, attacks on your magic taken by ancient beings for their own nourishment and power. Azriel's gaze shifted to her, and Rhysand presumably still translating mind to mind. Amryn murmured to herself, as if the words triggered something, a tithe. Bitch! What do you know? But then Feyre's like, oh yeah, do you guys have a tithe? She's like, a tithe? What do you mean a tithe? Amryn, I'm gonna need you to stop lying right now. Oh my god. The amount. Okay, what if it's Amryn's POV?
I mean, hey, we get to see her and Varian. Unless it's the past. And it's a true prequel. Because she's
serious and she goes through the rift.
But she's what, 15,000
years old? Just like the Asteri and Koshi.
As far as we know, she's 15,000 years old. The Asteri are older. That's just when they went to Midgard.
Yep.
So she could have said she was that old because she got kicked out of Midgard.
Yeah.
But it also
makes old on this planet.
It makes me wonder, what if the reason she's so like nonchalant of a character and just is fascinated by everything is because she got kicked out, sort of like how like biblically Lucifer, you know.
Yeah, it was a fallen angel.
The fallen angel, where he wasn't wanting to do the all perfect God's will type thing. Yeah. So what if she was
because she said like, oh, we were just, doing all this stuff for this like malicious God.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and it's like,
and then she's like, my dad let me go through the rift. Who was your dad then?
Also, what do you mean Asteri have dads?
Yeah. Yeah, my father knew I was different from my siblings and let me go through the rift. Like, was that just like her
and
trying to get them to like relate to
because what do you mean let? I think it was she got kicked out because she wouldn't do experiments like them. She didn't want to be like them. She's definitely got double motives and stuff, but I honestly think she's not as bad as the Asteri. She's still sometimes a shitty person, but I like Amryn.
Yeah.
I like her ruthlessness compared to Rhys's. I like Amryn. Hers isn't like, she's calculating, but not in a self-centered way. Just I need to know everything and everything now.
Yeah. Rhysand glanced warily to Amryn, again with the warily. She had to be some sort of court historian or scholar if he kept consulting her about the past. He said to her, our history doesn't include an event like that. Bitch. Bryce cut in, well, the Asteri remember your world. They're still holding a grudge. Rigelus, their leader, told me it's his personal mission to find this place and punish you all for kicking them to the curb. You're basically public enemy number one. And then Amryn goes, it is in our history, Rhysand, but the Asteri were not known by that name. Here they were called the Daglin. How would you know? How would you know unless you were a part of them? Bryce could have sworn Rhysand's golden face paled slightly. Azriel shifted in his chair, wings rustling. Rhysand said firmly, the Daglin were all killed. Amryn shuddered. The gesture seemed to spark more alarm in Rhysand's expression. Apparently not, she said. Bryce pushed Amryn. Do you have any record of how they were defeated? Nothing beyond old songs of bloody battles and tremendous losses. Lies.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, Rhysand said and vanished into nothing, which this is the part where he literally winnows to Hewn City, grabs the Veritas orb, and comes back without having to sexualize anyone. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because last time you had to finger Pharaoh on the throne to get it. You fucking liar. Anywho, Bryce started, "You can teleport? We call it winnowing," Amryn drawled. Bryce could have sworn Azriel was smirking, but Amryn asked, "Can you do it?" "No," Bryce lied. If Azriel sensed her lie, he didn't call her out this time. There are only 2 Fae who can. It was Amryn's turn to start 2 on your entire planet.
Yeah.
Azriel, without Rhysand to translate, watched in silence. Bryce could have sworn shadows wreathed him, like runes, yet wild her, the way Cormac's had been. So Cormac can winnow, and he is a shadow singer, and I love it. We need him. We need him.
Yes,
The fact that Bryce is consulting the memory of Cormac to answer these questions, oh my god.
Right.
Actually, at this point, I don't think she knows. She doesn't know that he's dead. Dead. She doesn't know yet.
You're right.
I forgot. Amryn's chin dipped. "Only the most powerful of us, but yes, many can." It's only... See? Cormac was the only one on the entire fucking planet until he taught Bryce. And I can't...
still don't
that
understand.
has to have significance.
I still don't understand how you can teach that. Like, it's just... Because it's...
kind of like Rhys teaching Pharaoh, like, oh, it's like folding a napkin.
At the same time, in a world where, like, nobody except for him can do it.
Mm. So
Who
got
did
the
he
Veritas
learn it
orb
from? How did he learn it? How did he... Did he just accidentally fucking do it one day?
Yeah. Like, he's an undiluted bloodline from the Dust Court. He's directly from Prythian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know I've ranted about this so much. How is she not bringing him back if he is supposedly directly related to Prythian? It just doesn't make sense to me. If he's dead, it's not only just loss of potential, it's just loss of continuity at this point.
Yeah.
Rhysand ignored them and extended his other hand, in which lay a small silver bean. Okay, witch. Okay, motherfucking witch.
I found that so funny because it's like, dude, you're gonna make her choke down a pill for this shit. Like, it's just so funny.
He would. Yeah. Also, the fact that, like, Rhys was seeing, like, guns and shit is so funny.
Oh, yeah. No, that honestly was so funny to me, too, because it's like, damn.
He mastered himself, a cool mask sliding into place. "You live in such a world?" "Yes. And they want to bring all of that here." "Yes."
Yeah, Rhys was gonna go right to the top.
Azriel kept his eyes on the space where the orb had displayed the utter destruction of her world, dreading and calculating. She had seen that look before on Hunt's face, a warrior's mind at work. Him and Hunt are so much alike. The Asteri had been here under a different name, but they'd been here. The ancestors of this Fae had defeated them.
Yeah.
You swallow it, and it will translate our mother tongue for you, allow you to speak it too. Fancy. Okay, also, though, like, what the fuck did he actually do to her? Like, why is she trusting this? Bryce popped the silver bean into her mouth, worked up enough saliva, and swallowed. It's metal. Okay, it's fucking metal, too. Its metal was cool against her tongue, her throat, and she could have sworn she felt its slickness sliding into her stomach. Lightning cleaved her brain. Lightning, Rhys? She was being ripped in two. Her body couldn't hold all the searing light. Then blackness slammed in, quiet and restful and eternal. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, that was the room around her. She was on the floor, curled over her knees and glowing. So he did something that would make her show her true power, too. Azriel was already poised over her, the deadly dagger drawn and gleaming with black light. He noted the darkness leaking from the blade and blinked. It was the most shock Bryce had seen him display. Put it away, you fool. It sings for her, and by bringing it close. The blade vanished from Azriel's hand, whisked away by a shadow. Silence, taut, and rippling spread through the room. Oh my god. And then just the way that fucking Amren's audacity. Amren turned to Rhys and said in that new strange language, their language, the glowing letters inked on her back, they're the same as those in the Book of Breathings. Really? The Book of Breathings that Rhys can't touch. So he's probably like, oh shit, step back.
Yeah.
Another thing. If she continues to make Rhys the good guy, what was this all for? Oh, he can't touch Nesta's blades. Oh, he can't touch the Book of Breathings. Why?
And again, why make it to where Nesta hates him?
Yeah.
Why add any of that character?
Right?
De-development.
Yeah. And then, Viper Queen, I cannot read that. That's so gross. I hate her so much. Amren stalked around Bryce, peering at the tattoo, no doubt still glowing from beneath the material of her white shirt. I can feel something in the letters. Get Nesta. Azriel murmured, Cassian won't be happy. Cassian will deal. Nesta will be able to sense this better than I can. Get her, Rhysand. Why is she, whatever. And he does it. He listens to Amren. I hate it.
Yeah.
Nest. I remember reading this for the first time. I literally screamed. I was like, Nesta! I was so excited. And I love that Bryce saw her and she was like, a warrior. Oh.
Yeah.
I was so happy for her. Her blue-gray eyes slid over Bryce. I told you earlier, there's something made on her beyond the sword she carried. Made? Is it that tattoo? Yes.
Of course it's
Cameron said to Rhys, what do you want to do with her, Rhys? And then Nesta was like, I hated the part where Nesta was being Rhys's little bitch, because it's like, what is happening to you?
Yeah.
How is a bit of writing on your skin made? I don't know. Maybe if Cormac had fallen through the world too, there would be two of them with writing on their skin that was made.
I was gonna say, I don't know, ask the dead person who made her get it.
Ask, what? Yeah, Danica.
Yeah.
I can't answer that question until you tell me what the fuck made means. Don't tell her anything.
Thing is though, Bryce is so real for that.
Because what are you talking about?
Because if I had some fey motherfuckers coming up to me being like, why do you have this? Why do you have this? I'd literally be like,
What?
What the fuck does that mean? You need to use full sentences, clear ideas, semicolons.
How is it made? What do you mean
clauses.
Made?
Literally.
What does made mean?
Yeah.
Amren, you did your job and told us what we needed. We'll see you later. Nesta's brows rose at the dismissal. But then she fucking, leaves. I hate it. Nesta taunting her is so funny. Bryce held Azriel's gaze, meeting his eyes with her own, with the expression she knew Rune always thought looked so much like their father's. The sword is mine. I want it back. Then give us a good reason to return it to you. Azriel. What she assumed was beef stew and hard cheese. What she assumed. Someone isn't a good cook. Clearly.
Yeah.
Bryce sat and ate and threw peas at the monsters below. Dude, this is why I love Hofast, because it's so funny. She's just so real. Okay, this, right? Micah had used the horn on her back to open all 7 gates in Crescent City, blocks away. When she'd landed here, there had been no gate-like structure nearby, just a grassy front lawn, the river, and the house she could barely make out through the dense mists. Valaris is misty like the Dust Court. It has to be the Dust Court city.
But also, it could be misty because of the whole wards around it. Even if people know about it now, there's still wards. And, I mean, considering that one of Reese's
just
powers...
around their house? I don't know.
Yeah, but one of Reese's powers is to literally mist people. I wouldn't be surprised if having wards and stuff around a specific... Even a house would make it misty.
Yeah. Okay. This shadow was different, darker, older, watching Hunt. Across the room, the thing in the shadows moved, just slightly, like it had crooked a finger at him. Death. That was the thing in the shadows, and now it beckoned. That was Apollyon, a prince of hell.
Yeah.
So, is Nesta a princess of hell? If she's also death?
Well, if she's the queen of death, wouldn't that mean she's like one of the uppers?
The leader of hell?
Yeah.
Right.
Not a prince, but they answer to her.
So she would literally, like, Azrael would literally be her second in brilliant.
I mean, if her best friend is
his shadows are like
with him, that would make
Apollyon's
sense.
And Cormac's, like wilder, darker, like. And then Rune couldn't stop the memory from flooding him of sitting beside Cormac in the bar before they went to the Eternal City, of that one moment he thought he'd glimpsed the person his cousin might have been, the friend Cormac might have become, if he hadn't been systemically stripped of kindness by King Morbin. Sounds like Eris. This is literally what they say about Eris. One king had fire in his veins and the other shadows. Yeah, well, Cormac had both.
Yeah.
Both. How? I don't believe the bullshit of he's like, oh, well, you know, our lines once crossed like long ago and that's how I have fire. That's not how it works, Cormac. Who is your mother? Who is your mother? Because I don't believe for one fucking second that Morbin was actually his father, even though they had the same shadows.
Yeah, adopted.
Like, it's more an Eris. I just feel like Sarah's gonna really disappoint me. Because she could have gone so deep into this shit.
That's why fan fiction's important.
I know, but
we'll get these next books and then we'll do fanfics. Keep in mind, if you do fanfics, you end up getting people to read them because they want the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, consider how many people love the Briar and Tamlin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a high chance that's not going to be canon.
Actually, I got I should pull it up. I got a really nice comment on my Massiverse fic, like the Cormac, whatever, Twilight Entwined.
Yeah.
Because I did chapter 8. I think it was a few weeks now, actually. Yeah, like beginning of February. So I have like almost 3,500 reads on that one already. 8 chapters. So. Oh my God, it took me so long to do that chapter because there's just a lot of narrative in the Tamlin part. But I got a couple comments. So the first one was, holy fuck, awesome work. Love this chapter. The reveals go crazy. I just want to shove everybody in one room and force them to share the information with each other for once.
Oh my God, just like things that I've been saying for weeks, for years. Literally, most of my annotations are, you need fucking therapy.
And then the second one was, I really feel for Tamlin in this one. Rhys feels like he's getting what he deserves. Did I mention how much I hate Cassian? Because he's on thin fucking ice. Nesta needs better.
I love that.
That's what I was going for. I mean,
I love that one.
I said, yes, all of this. The last chapter had actually, season. I don't know why I almost said season for some reason. Season 7.
Yeah.
It feels like a show. It's a movie in my head. That's, whatever.
Yeah.
Chapter 7 had so many comments.
Really?
Yeah. So the first one was, I cannot even express how excited I am to see this all unfold. I am absolutely obsessed with the stories you've tangled together and set up here. Genius. And I was like, thank you so much. Okay, I just found this. I'm so invested now. I really badly want to see a map of the bloodlines. You and me both. For real. I have to admit, I definitely just read this instead of working, but this was way more exciting, and I'm loving all the different theories and threads coming together already. I can't wait to see where this goes. The angry ex-mates, but damn child. I wonder how they will now see Eris. Yeah. And then someone just put, is that a Moore and Hypaxia tag? I went, yes, it is. They're my crack ship. Yeah, more Paxia.
Yeah.
And then this one from Surreal Tea Party was really funny. They put, I'm obsessed with this. Everybody just has secret world traveling babies. Can't wait for the fallout when Reese learns about Lauren still being alive or when Cormac gets his memories back. Honestly, I think the theory about Lauren being Reese's sister isn't far-fetched at all. Hopefast wouldn't have mentioned Celine looking just like her sister for nothing, and if Reese and Rune were several thousand years removed from each other, there's no way they'd look so much alike that Bryce confused one for the other for a moment. And I said, exactly. I'm such a sucker for a slow Lucian Elaine courtship, but the drama implied in Tanwyn being alive and the my love line about Cassian, so delicious.
Yeah.
I loved it. Oh yeah, so I did this whole thing where like I think we talked about this, but I did this whole thing where Elaine sees like the Valkyries under the Gallia Mountains or whatever. And like Tanwyn's like trying to, get help or whatever.
Yeah.
And she sees her and, Tanwyn's talking to everybody that's still alive under there, which is just like a handful of them.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, my love, Cassian, my love, my love. And like, whew. Oh,
wait until you find out, girl.
I cannot wait. The drama. Yeah. I'm very excited. Also, I did put in chapter 7 that Hunt asks Therian for help in saving Victoria from the trench.
Yeah.
Because everybody's pissed about Victoria. Chapter 6 was the one where I had Nyx winnow to spring just because he's like a menace. He's just a menace.
Hey, Uncle Tam! Don't call me your uncle. But Uncle Tam, don't call me your uncle.
So he goes, Uggo, like doggy. Or like Augie.
Oh my God.
He's like, this child thinks I'm a giant dog. Are you kidding me?
I mean...
Augie.
And then in Tamlin's head, it's just like, I slept with this kid's mom. This was almost my kid. I need to not deal with this.
But Augie, he chirped, laughing at his own joke. Tamlin narrowed his eyes. Of course this toddler thought he was a giant dog. He shifted slowly back into Fey form, golden green light pulsing around him as fur gave way to skin, claws to hands. Nyx, he said flatly. The name dropped like a stone in a silent lake. It couldn't be, but it was, the son of Rhysand and Feyre, the heir of the Night Court, sitting alone in the middle of the Springcourt woods. Tamlin rubbed a hand over his face. He's like, story of my fucking life. He should walk away. No, that wasn't the answer. This child is innocent. He should send a letter, or summon one of his few sentries, and hope Rhysand doesn't gut them. He grunts and rubs his face again.
Yeah, sends a sentry, gets a head back. God damn it, Rhys! Just take your fucking child!
The boy cooed and waved at a butterfly, utterly unaware of the danger he was in. The Springcourt was no longer entirely safe. His borders weren't as secure as they used to be. There were still creatures that prowled after dark. Worse, there were Fae who still harbored bitterness, not only at him, but at Feyre for the destruction and manipulations. He exhaled through his nose. This isn't my problem, he muttered, running a hand down his face. Again, you're not my problem.
And yet, he is.
Nyx reached up toward him as if the former High Lord of the Springcourt were nothing more than a tree to be climbed. Something in Tamlin broke at the trusting and innocent expression. At least children have always liked his company, no matter how grumpy he was. He crouched slowly, letting the boy press his tiny hands against his knees. Then Nyx leaned forward, head bonking gently against Tamlin's chest, because he's unstable with his wings. He was like, dunk. He like fell forward. Tamlin flinched, not from pain, but from the warm childlike naivety of it. He closed his eyes. Fuck. He gathered the child carefully as if he might shatter, careful not to touch a single part of the boy's wings. Nyx tucked his head against Tamlin's neck, and Tamlin stood there for a long moment, the weight of the small boy feeling heavier than anything he'd ever carried. Then, without another word, he turned toward the manor and winnowed. He's like, this child, why are you here? You are causing me so many problems. And Nyx is just like, butterfly. Baby. Yeah, they were not nice to him, of course. Farah's roar cracked the skies as she landed hard in the front garden of the Springcourt Manor, wings out, barely aware of the way the vines recoiled from her arrival. Rhysand landed beside her, thunder in his expression, his darkness radiating off him in waves. Tamlin! Feyre screamed. The front door opened slowly, and there he was. Tamlin stood in the doorway, golden hair tousled, face unreadable, cradled in his arms, sleepy, blinking, utterly unharmed, was Nyx. Feyre made a sound that was almost a sob, and rushed forward. Tamlin extended the boy without hesitation. Nyx gave a sleepy, happy squeal as she pulled him to her chest. Oh gods, I thought... Rhys was next, brushing trembling fingers through Nyx's hair, pressing a kiss to his forehead. His jaw worked as he stared at their son, as if memorizing every inch to reassure himself he was real. How? She finally asked, turning blazing eyes on Tamlin. Where? Rhys growled and took a step forward, intent on ripping him apart. How dare you? Did you take him for what? Some sick, twisted fucking revenge? He was in the woods, Tamlin said, voice quiet, steady. Sitting by a tree, playing with moss. I was on patrol and found him there. I have no ill will toward your child, nor would I use one for my own game, Rhysand. You may believe I'm a bastard, but I would never stoop that low. And then Feyre's like, he winnowed. He actually winnowed. And then Feyre actually says thank you. Tamlin nodded once at her, and his gaze went to Rhysand. I understand your panic. Perhaps not wholly, but he trails off. No smugness, no expectation, just an offered truth, just a man who had made a choice and returned what could never be replaced. His jaw flickers, but he nods sharply. Feyre's throat tightened. Goodbye, Tamlin. And then they basically winnow out. But I love the little, he's definitely going to come back. Yeah. He's definitely going to winnow right back. I really love how I wrote the Lauren and Rune scenes. Oh my god. I love how I wrote her. I love how I write her in all stages. I did a prequel of her and Tamlin when they were younger. And then I do, the ghost/soul of her in my main fic. And then I do, her in this fic. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I love it. Oh, and can I just say before we leave... I don't like how, I've complained about this before, but there's more context now. I don't like how Sarah always says, Rhysand's sister, Rhysand's sister, Rhysand's sister. She was all of their sisters. They were adopted by Rhys's mom.
Yeah, but I think people forget that. And so it's just easier to just clarify it's biologically his sister. How
do people forget that? We got the whole history in ACOMAF.
Girl,
they're fucking dumb.
Hold on. Ask that question one more time and genuinely think for a second why people would forget. Keep in mind, I'm re-annotating the series and finding stuff I forgot about that you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like Cassian's backstory, Azriel's backstory, you're not going to remember that.
Bro, most people think that Azriel's mom is dead.
I know.
They do not recall that he literally, it is mentioned he goes to visit her.
Yeah, people don't remember that Cassian killed his rapist father either, so I guess, yeah. But I was just annoyed about that.
I forgot that too. But that's also because that's one of those scenes where it's I don't really see it as important.
He's like, yeah, I found the bastard and I killed him and everyone who overworked my mom.
He literally leveled a camp.
Yeah, but he let the women and children go.
Yeah.
Just the men. Which, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But it also makes me wonder, what happened to the women and children?
They went to another camp.
Yeah, and then
And they lived
suffered more.
happily ever after. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they were all fucking Fiona in Shrek.
Yeah. But my point was, I find it annoying that she writes it right like that because she's adopted.
Yeah.
Sarah is adopted.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's not their sister. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I mean, honestly, as
They were
someone
way
who's-
older than her. They
as
were
someone-
adults when she was born.
As someone who's adopted, who's got a sibling that's 4, I mean,
I'm adopted and my
yeah.
siblings are younger. I would
Yeah,
never call them anything but my siblings.
I have to clarify to people, like, no, that's my sister, and then my half and step siblings, like, those are just my brother and sisters. Like,
Yeah.
but that's
So that's why it's weird. When it's like,
honestly-
oh, Reese's sister. No, it's your fucking sister.
SJM.
Like, what?
SJM. Couple of the things people have said post podcast is that she's definitely privileged. Like, it's kind of clear now that she's
the
very
lawyer
privileged.
and the whatever. Yeah, the rich family adopted her. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just kind of like, it's like, oh, with that kind of family, because that's how my family is on one of the sides.
Yeah.
My adoptive mom, who started as my stepmom, as my dad's second wife, she wanted my sister Rosie, the 4-year-old, to be raised calling me Aunt Maddie, not as her big sister. It is a thing in those
That's really weird.
richer families that if you have basically a bastard child who's not related,
that's really weird.
Because Rosie is my stepsister. She's not my half sister at all. She's a half sister technically through an adoption and all.
Yeah.
But it's very much like, oh,
like no blood.
I don't want people knowing. Like, yes, you're my daughter. I'm going to introduce you as my older daughter. But she even tells people, I'm the eldest, but my sister Antoinette is her firstborn, even though the firstborn birthright is mine.
Yeah.
Because I'm 12 years older than Antoinette. Yeah. And even Antoinette's like, she's like, I'm not the eldest. You're the eldest because you're 24. Yeah. But it's just, that's how those rich families are. If you don't fit into their box, you get disowned. And it's not.
Oh, yeah. Like, Reese's dad definitely treated them like that. But it was weird because they were raised with his mom who took them in and they all lived in like a little fucking cabin in Illyria. Like,
I mean, my stepmom raised me for most of my life, adopted me, and then kicked me out a year later. Or a few years later after she adopted me.
Yeah.
And then I went to live with my dad's parents.
But it's like you would still call you still call your sisters and your siblings your siblings. So like I don't get why
I mean
Cassian and Reese are like, oh, it's Reese and sister. That's your fucking sister, bro.
I mean
what? It drives me crazy.
Considering Cassian was romantically, sexually involved with Rhysand's cousin.
Okay, but Azriel is saying that Rhysand's sister. It's your sister, Azriel.
I don't think Azriel can see himself as having family connections like that.
I hate it
because remember, his stepbrothers hurt him.
That's actually a big. That's a big.
Also, keep in mind, Rhys and Cassian. I think we've talked about this before. Rhys and Cassian are the ones who call each other brothers.
Yeah,
Azriel never says they're his brothers. I don't think he's able to have true sibling relationships because of what his stepbrothers did to him.
Yeah.
I don't think he can see them as brothers and then Rhys's sister as a sister because he's like, well, if they're my family, then they're hurting me. Yeah. I'm stuck with more brothers that hurt me.
Yeah.
So I think it's a compartmentalization
I make it a point
thing.
in my prequel fic for Lauren, to tell him all the time, like, you're my brother, you're my brother, you're my brother, you're my brother. And he's like, yeah, but I'm like not treated that way.
Yeah.
Like I'm treated as an employee.
Yeah. Well,
she's like, but I love you as my brother. Like you're my big brother.
Though, he worked for Rhys's dad during literally, I think when Lauren was young.
It was like this really cute, like emotional thing where she was like, yeah, but I'm always gonna see you as my brother. And it was really cute. Because he found out that she was sneaking over to the spring court. Yeah, I gotta get back to that one actually. That one's been sitting for a long fucking while. All right, bye. Bye.